Welcome, gentlemen, to the stretch run. This is Oldie, and Oldie at the top of Oldie's head as well as Chris Walsh, who is joining me today from the Walsh Dome that
That's
you
right. The
look
wash
live
down.
at,
Welcome, ladies, too. Don't forget the ladies.
and the ladies. Um, we are covering Santa Anita today, as well as Golden Gate, a soggy, wet, rainy Santa Anita, and a foggy Golden Gate, I'm sure. Tony, good to see you. Good to see you, Wiz. We're also covering a little bit towards the end of Woodbine and um, maybe some towards the end of Churchill as well. So I know Chris, I hope you're doing well. We're 0 minutes to post at Santa Anita Race 3. Any thoughts on this race?
Yeah, my first thought is pass. Just
Well,
didn't like anything here.
I
Nothing.
played a top 2 GSR exacta here
Hmm,
for what it's
top two.
worth.
What are
Top
those
2.
tickets?
The five I have it sorted right now. The 5 and the 1, just a $2 exacta box.
5 and the 1. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, why not, right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, let's get the player up here. Because you can't tell your players without a scorecard. I was always told that.
Hello, Tony O, Tony D, Wiz, Scott. Thanks for joining. Hope your day is going well.
And whether you like it or not, guys, you're stuck with us till the end of the Santa Anita and Golden Gate cards, the end of the golden hour.
We'll be right around 3 hours today.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back for the Remington and the Los Al night programs. No, I'm kidding.
The future programs.
Yes, Scott, let's go. Oldie's got the 5 and the 1 here.
I mean, there wasn't much to do here, but looking at the GSR drop on the turf horses here was worth taking a shot.
Sure.
For sure.
That 5 didn't run too good on the turf and did not finish on the dirt.
Yep. And they're still running around, so just so you can see what Chris is talking about. It was a do not finish. You can see the jump in GSR here. This probably should be a main track only with a 21-point jump in GSR. And then you have the one who looks like probably could run on turf or dirt. And that's versus.
I think it's did not finish, not do not finish.
Yes,
do not finish is what we want for the 6, 7, and 4.
And if you look at the four you're losing 21 points in GSR.
Tony D is alive, he says here, to the 1 and 5, and the pick 4 with those two.
All right, well, let's hope GSR wins out for Tony D. For our good friend Tony D over there.
Tony, did you get that tire fixed?
We're going in the gate here, so we should hear the audio coming in any minute.
Hello, Charles B. Which one is the gray horse and the sloppy track? They love it wet. Hey, Tony, good. Got it fixed. The 6 looks like Charles.
Storming Gray coming up.
I have a gray horse at
the
the farm next door to our house, and he does not like the rain. When it rains, he's like, nope, not coming out.
They're in the gate, and they're off. Northeast Star is hustled out for early speed. Spain Moonlight matches strides in the opening furlong. Storming Gray is just behind them, hard ridden between now third. They're followed by 30 Carats at the rail, and Guitar Girl is at the back. 3 lengths covers the field, and it's Northeast Star establishing the pace, opening up pretty easily now. Has it by almost 2 to Storming Gray in second. Then 30 Carats. Spain Moonlight has dropped right out of it. passed by Guitar Girl. And into the far turn, it'll be tough to catch Northeast Star.
You're
Northeast
going to
Star
be.
opens up a 4-length advantage as 30 Carats now takes up the chase on the inside of Storming Gray. Then comes Guitar Girl, and Spain Moonlight didn't fire on the off track. They turn for home, and Northeast Star 6 lengths in front. 30 Carats moves into second, but as they come to the 8th pole, it's a 1-horse race, and that's Northeast Star and Antonio Fresu opening up. This could be about 15 lengths when the smoke clears, as Northeast Star just keeps on motoring home, galloping nicely to score by more like a dozen. Second goes to 30 Carats, and then came Guitar Girl and Storming Gray.
All right, so we have 2 minutes. Go ahead. Sorry.
Not a surprise.
No, not at all. We have 2 minutes to Golden Gate here. I was just the 2 and the 8 here.
Golden Gate.
I mean, the 2, lots of yellow, dropping here, and then there does appear to be a bunch of speed, though.
You got the player up.
Oh, I didn't pull it up. There we go. So lots of yellow on the 2.
Yep.
Even better. Can rate a tad, just press. And then if the pace breaks down, maybe the 8 here.
Everybody else figured that out too, didn't they? Bet down 2-1.
Yeah, I mean the other option's the 4.
What about the 1? I hadn't won in a while.
Hadn't won in a while, and doesn't look like it really improves its position from the start.
Yeah, true. You could hope for second or third if you're playing a try.
Yeah.
And
15-1 could be a nice end to your try.
Yeah. What about the 6?
Side.
The long shot.
I mean, we could do a try here. I don't know if we have time. Let's see. We might have time. Let's see. All right, so
Blueberry muffin.
I mean, the question is, do you go? I mean, the 4 is the other horse that has run well. It's not even using the second spot. Prefers the 3. I mean, you could do something like that. Keep in mind the 6 it thinks is going to get the lead. The long shot. So 2-8, 2-4-8, 1 through 4-8.
2-1-6. 2 over 1-6.
2-1-6 for Chris.
Kicking off the early pick 4.
The horses are approaching the gate. But we only have 14K in the pick 4 pool, so they may be stalling a little bit. I will also mention Monday is the close of the Golden Gate summer meet. So there is a mandatory payout on the Rainbow 6 at Golden Gate on Monday.
Tony, they switched around a lot of stuff. Go check Twitter, because the stakes races aren't being run. There's no grass racing tomorrow at Aqueduct. Those turf races are moved to next weekend.
Yeah, the Clement Hirsch is going to be next Saturday.
Yeah, and the Joe Turf.
Shanghai
the Joe Hirsch.
Post position 2. Eric Keita.
All right, the slowest load in
racing.
Horse racing.
Dustmaker coming up.
Actually, this was a pretty quick load for them. Of course, I speak too
Blueberry
soon. There's still
Muffin
one horse to go
goes
in.
Position
Yeah.
6. And to round out the field, Blossoming. We're ready to go.
Bill will take the
And
3.
we're off. Blueberry Muffin caught a swift getaway from the gate. Eric Kita up on the pace.
As we
well,
expected, the
those two ahead
6
apart. And it's
going
Blueberry
to the
Muffin
lead.
with the lead from Eric Kita,
Mm-hmm.
who's in second. Line at the bar, third, and then Hollywood.
I'm not
Mistress
sure
on
that the two
outside
can
of
rate
the
from that
clear.
far
Shanghai
back.
Mist delegates to track from the 5th spot as Line at the bar joins her. And a 3.
We're going to find out. But
Red, white,
Mhm.
blue into the turn. On
the
corner
5
was
just about
Dustmaker,
took the
veered
rider
and
off
picked
the
up
8
sharply
there.
off of heels. Blossoming, the gray mare, bumped with her into the turn, but she's more settled down, and she's in a good position once again, running in midfield. Blossoming, passing a few runners to claim the 5th position. A little bit eager Blossoming on
Hello,
the
Greg.
outside onto
Welcome.
the backstretch. Coming
Welcome,
back
Greg.
I don't know if, Oldie has a pick 5 at Saturday or not. We'll find
I
out.
do have a late pick 5, but we have a while till then.
Usually on the lead in these route races. Today she's third, just ahead of Misty Cat and Blossoming, who's 3 deep. Shanghai Mist lying at the bar. They're side by side, and Dustmaker is the trailer 8 behind as they hit the forward turn run. Blueberry Muffin into the turn, the leader a length and a half. Now a length and a quarter, making about a length. Hollywood Mistress trying to eat up ground in that second spot. Blossoming claims the 3rd position. Erkita back and forth on the fence. Misty Cat losing ground, and Shanghai Mist is launching a rally in the red and yellow on the extreme outside, 4 wide. They all have to catch Blueberry Muffin, who swings off the turn with
And
a
none of them
two-length
are.
edge. Hollywood Mistress in the 2nd position. Misty Cat, Shanghai Mist next. Furlong to go. Blueberry Muffin still in front, and she opens up the lead to 4. She's trying to lug in a bit here. Shanghai Mist on the outside is charging late, but Blueberry Muffin's
Blueberry
get
Muffin,
there.
gate to
Blueberry
wire.
Muffin
Nobody
stealing
went
at a
with it.
price, a big
It
one,
looked on paper like there was a lot of
45-1.
speed, and they all
Hollywood Mistress
decided
second, Shanghai
we're just going to
Mist
let this
third,
horse
and
go.
then
How many times have
Dustmaker, Misty
we seen
Cat
that at
rounds out the
Gulfstream
high
or
five.
Aqueduct?
Yep. There's your EE long shot.
Yep.
Early in
45
the
to
program
1.
today. Uh-huh.
And you had what there as your try?
2, 6, and the 1.
All right. Well, 2, 6. I think the 4 finished third. I mean, 2nd or 3rd. Just from the look there.
Number 6, Blueberry Muffin was first. Photo finish for 2nd and 3rd, waiting on the placings for 4th.
That would have been a good
go.
double
Please
opportunity for
continue
you
to stand
too.
by until the photo finish
Sure.
results have been posted and the race is declared official.
But that's not something I was going to mess with. All right, Churchill.
So they're off already, and 5-star General, the 8, is off on the lead.
In Revolutions, the outside post races up to be second as they hit the first turn. 5-star General over to the inside, showing the way.
And
Running
American
second was number
Revolution
4,
is
Hollywood
2nd.
Mistress. 3rd, number 2, Shanghai Mist. 4th, number 5, Dustmaker. 5th, number 7, Misty Cat.
Sound off here. It's either the 5 or the 2. It's going to be a tight one at the wire. The 5 stride is shortening. The 2 gets up at 7 to 1. The 2 Clapton at the shadow of the wire. The favorite rattle and roll was a non-factor there. I am not hearing you at all if you're talking, Chris.
I said that was a horrible beat for me. I had the 5 in the double.
I had the 5 as well. That makes 2 of us.
All right.
All right. So
Cool.
we got a while till Woodbine race 9. I did not order Gulfstream because it was only this one race. But if we want to take a look, it looks like, maybe the 5 here is an only pace on the dirt. I mean, does not look like it won't stop, but at 21-1 might be worth a win play show there or something. Thoughts? You again have no audio.
My thoughts are they're off.
Oh, well,
They've been
then
off
we
for-
might know the results then, wouldn't we?
They're off for a little while. All right.
Because it still showed, even Spires is showing me 0 minutes to post. The 5 did not get the lead. The 4 is on the lead. The 8, the heavy favorite, is a solid 3rd right now, stalking. 5's trying to go by and failing. It looks like this is going to set up perfectly for the 8. Of course, I say that and the 4 continues on. Here comes the 6 up the rail. The 6 at 7-2, the 4 at 5-1. I believe the 6 is going to get there. The 6 does get there. 6-4 at Gulfstream. 6-4-2.
I doubt we'll be live streaming Jose at Parks next Monday.
Well, we don't have the rights to Parks, so it would be tough for us to be live streaming Parks. Skip the GP race. All right, how about we got Laurel or Woodbine? Laurel in 3 minutes, Woodbine in 9.
Well, we got nothing to do. Let's look at Laurel.
All
Now
right.
we've got a crap ton of races. Did you order Laurel?
I did not order Laurel. Again, Gulfstream and Laurel, I wasn't going to order them just for one race.
True. All right, Laurel, race 11.
The 5 is second pick, top win. Also tied for top SOR. Currently also the favorite at 5-2.
Yeah, for
Looks
me,
like it burns some money.
Yeah, for me, the SOR in here doesn't mean anything. They're all
I'm just saying, looks like it burns some money.
Yeah, they're all within the same range there. That's just one that column I would throw out. The 1 is top GSR, and it's first-time starter, Arnold
And
Delacour.
Delacour's pretty decent with first-time starters.
I didn't download the Laurel work reports. Big surprise.
Yeah, I did not either.
But let me do that and just see if there's anything there.
Yeah. And
5-2 up to 3-1, 7-2.
interesting on the 4, who's also 8%. The Jockey Trainer combo are 0 for 19. So either they're due or that horse isn't live.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're all live because they wouldn't let them run when they're dead.
I don't know. Well,
Let's go Margarita. Where is that, Jose? What's that?
It sounds like someplace that Jimmy Buffett, before passing on, might have visited.
He might be there now. Well, Laurel is taking forever to download. Money Room.
Yep.
Another 6. Another Scotty long shot.
Also a money bag.
Uh-huh. How many times does this one run? 0 for 15. Is today the day, Oldie? Is it today?
Today could be the day.
Third off the layoff.
Draws Concepcion, who's a pretty good jockey. How about a 6? How about 6-9? How about a 6-9-8 try?
6-9-8 try. What is this, race 11?
Yes. $3. It's not much to risk on Laurel.
A Laurel
Or if you
lottery.
prefer the 1, put the 1 in there.
A Laurel lottery ticket. Okay.
We didn't do tickets today.
No, that's because it got hit.
Did it? Okay. I had not paid attention. I thought it didn't. When I saw it, it said 925 million.
That 6 is the top pick on the workout report.
All right, so 5-6-8 is no. I said 5-6-9.
I'm just going to
Not
try
the
to
5.
get
There we go.
a little win bet here. That's all. I'm not going to get crazy.
Well, if you're going to get nuts, get nuts. As the saying goes.
Yeah.
All right, they're almost to the gate at Laurel. While we're waiting for Laurel to go off, we can take a look at Woodbine race 9, allowance optional claiming. You know, the 6 looked pretty tough here. The 10 Town Cruise was your top pick. I didn't like as much.
We've got somebody from part of Venezuela as an island in the Caribbean.
That sounds nice there.
Yeah.
And just a note at Woodbine, the 10, who is 16-1 and 11%, is also top GSR and top pick there on the turf. As is, you have 11% horse, the second GSR. This might be an opportunity to take the top 3 GSRs.
Here at Woodbine?
They all look like they may want the lead. I mean,
Who's Sophie riding? The 11.
For Dixon.
I do have the workout reports for Woodbine. Let me bring those up. Is this the late double there, Oldy?
Yes, correct. Still not to the gate at Laurel, which is why I thought it might be a good idea to take a look at Woodbine before that happened.
Well, the 11 was the first one on the bottom part. We are going to do a double, Tony.
We're not going to do a double?
No, we are. We are.
I mean, the 8 looks pretty dangerous. You know, 7 at 7, it beat 64s. In a state bred, or in a, I guess it wouldn't technically be state bred in Canada, it would be province bred. Correct?
I have no idea. I don't follow that.
Well, aren't they called provinces, not states?
Yeah.
All right, so let's look here. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's go 8-10. I don't like the 1. Yeah, let's just do 8-10 there.
Add the 11.
And add the 11, okay. For the 12, do we like the 12 in the last?
You do?
I said, do we? 0 for 7, not in the top picks.
Not on the list either. How about the 5 or the 2? Actually, I want to
I would say no to the 2. 0% trainer, low GSR, really hasn't shown anything. What about the 1, the long shot?
Let's look at the 10 for the 3.
10, 4. You keep picking the in the 3. I see nothing wrong with the 3. Top
Yeah.
E pick, second win.
That's where I'm going.
Are you going to the 3 or are you going 3-5 there?
No, I'm just going to go to the 3. I'm taking 3 in the leg before. I really don't like to go any more than 3. Unless I absolutely have to. So we'll go with the 3. And then the other ones we had were the what? The 11. Remember the 11, the 10.
Hold on,
Let me
let me
get
see
back
if I
here.
can.
What was the
get
other
back
one?
to
10,
that
11,
screen.
what?
8, 10, 11.
Okay, got it in. 8, 10, 11 with the 3.
Let's see if I
And
can
they're
get
off at
that
Laurel,
done.
by the way.
Yep, I know, but I'm trying to get the
Yeah.
8, 10, 11, 3 in here. Do a $5 double for me there. And I'm going to get the sound down here for you guys.
And Rafael Hernandez, this is
Hello, Brad.
made to 1
Good
quote
hit with
currently.
freaking
For him, Dundrum joins the line, has a good record on the inner turf.
6.
Well, I think it's your first leg, so you still got to
Banff
get.
is moving in.
Well, I should have played the exacta instead of the
Town
try
Cruise
because
is
it went
next.
8-6 and the 9 didn't finish in the money.
Out wide, a clear destination.
At Laurel.
And the last is Artie.
Well, if the
About
six
8-6
would
would
have
have
had any better
paid
of a
pretty
jockey in
decently.
the
Here's 1
world,
Flores Gate 12. The field is about to
would
be
have
sent away. They're all in. Lock
potentially
up.
won that race.
Off their race, and one of the best away was
All right,
Malibu
that's
Edge.
fine.
A good beginning towards the centre. The Minkster. Banff began sharply, takes the drop, coming up fast. Town Cruise.
Wasn't the Minkster your
Dundrum's a fourth.
nickname
On
in
the
college?
inside is Mason's Gamble. In behind them in the early part, Roaring 40's the centre. Banff trying to get in, and behind them is Told It All as they take the turn out the stretch. And third last is Artie, followed by Clear Destination. A long last. Luckman must be 15 off this leader. And racing out together in front, Malibu Edge and the Minkster. And they are dueling by 3 to Town Cruise. A break
Well, this
of
is
2
what
or
we
3
were
lengths
hoping
again
would
to
happen.
Dundrum and Mason's Gamble. 2 lengths away came Roaring 40s, followed by Told It All. A break to Banff, and then Clear Destination Artie, and a long last. 8 lengths away at least is Luckman. And no piece up front for neither Malibu Edge nor on the outside the Minkster. And Town Cruise is closing a length and a half away, 2.5 to Mason's
Come on,
Gamble.
Tom Cruise.
With us out for the first time on
Not
Dundrum,
Tom
then
Cruise,
Roaring
but Tom
40s
Cruise.
up the inside. Told It All behind them. Banff Artie closing ground, and then Clear Destination. A long last is Luckman. They go down to the 5/16, and Malibu Edge got away from Town Cruise coming fast. The Minkster's run its race. Coming home is Roaring 40s on the outside, followed by Dundrum. Up the rails, Mason's Gamble, and trying to get home to the back is Artie, and as they corner, Clear Destination is wider. Town Cruise joined by
Come on,
Roaring
Town Cruise,
40s,
have horse.
and on the outside, Roaring 40s is coming to the front. Up the rails is Mason's Gamble, and Clear Destination running on.
Your
Roaring
11's
40s
running.
in front of Mason's Gamble,
Possibly
shoots up
too
the
late.
inside, and down the center of the track, Clear Destination. It's Mason's Gamble from Clear Destination, and Mason's Gamble, another one for Josie Carroll. Clear Destination second from Roaring 40s, and then came Town Cruise, Luckman, and Banff. 128.87.
Almost got that 11 at 22 to 1.
Uh-huh.
All right. San Anita, race 4. I think somebody asked about a pick 3.
Looks like there were a couple of booms there in the chat. Some people hit the try.
Nice.
I don't know where. They wanted you to add the 6 at Woodbine. You didn't. The 6 didn't win. Yeah, Brett, it is a bummer about the rain. Seems like we can't get it to rain just during the week. It's got to interrupt the good stuff. We got a minute to San Anita, Oldie. Race 4.
All right, let's see about putting together a pick 3 here.
All right.
Do we like the 5?
Anybody liked anything in race 4? Anybody like anything in race 4 at Santa Anita? Maximum
I
capacity.
mean, you should figure you're getting 5-2 on a Baffert. You probably should use that.
Yeah, but I think everybody else is going to be of the same mindset, right?
Well, but you're, like I said, you're getting 5-2. It's not like you're. My problem is, so it wants Speedboat Beach and Fort Bragg. I don't like Fort Bragg.
Fort Bragg, I think, is going to bounce back.
I did like Speedboat Beach. I mentioned that this morning. I might put him with the grade 2 doctor there, or grade 3 doctor.
We talked about Speedboat last night, and we wanted 8-1 or higher, and we didn't think we were going to get it.
I think you might, because I think Arabian Lion is going to take a lot more money than you think. I am going to play, as they're going in, I'm going to play 2-3-6, 3-4-5, 2-8, if I can get it in time. I'm going to switch you guys back to the player.
Back to the player. Don't bet the 2, Oldie said, or Tony said he is losing this race.
All right, just for that, Tony, I'm singling the 2.
Juan
because
Baffert,
I'm stubborn
dangerous.
like that, and everybody who knows me.
Tony's got a new name for Juan. He's calling him Juan Baffert. I kind of like that.
And I didn't get it in time. Get the sound on for everybody. That's a lesson to you all.
And Colorado Cruiser moves up on the outside to take second. Bartoldi is 5th, but only 3 lengths off the lead. Bolt at Midnight, second to last. And Winstock at the back of a fairly compact group. It's Tejon Pass, the favorite, taking them to the half-mile pole, leading it by a neck. Colorado Cruiser is in second. 2.5 more. Mr. Leisure is down on the inside. Bartoldi and Maximum Capacity between those two. Bolt at Midnight. And
it looks like Tony was right, and I should be
that
glad that I did not get that bet in.
Who opens it up now to lead it by 2 lengths over Colorado Cruiser in second. At the rail comes Mr. Leisure trying to make some headway, as is a 3-wide Bartoldi, and then Maximum Capacity. Winstock still at the back. They turn
the Maximum Capacity doesn't look like much either.
3-length lead. Bartoldi
looks like minimum capacity.
And Mr. Leisure both chasing gamely. Mr. Leisure in between horses, and on the outside, Bartoldi is coming with nice strides. Here's Bartoldi on the outside, coming after Tejon Pass. Tejon Pass digging in. Bartoldi on the outside. Between them, Mr. Leisure. Tejon Pass took them all the way. Mr. Leisure fought off.
Mr. Leisure.
Yeah, that was another sort of semi-obvious one, right?
Yeah. Second win percentage, or tied for top win percentage, tied for top GSR. And I know you don't like the SOR in these situations, but it was also top SOR.
Let me go back there. Well, put the screen up. I can't see it.
Help it when I click share this tab that it actually did.
Yeah.
So this would still be alive, but it would have been pretty chalky anyways.
Yeah, for me there, like I said, I wouldn't want to go more than 3. I know, and that short of with the smaller fields, and especially what you got in race 5, that's like a single double and play it for a buck.
And I was rushing with 2 minutes, 1 minute to post, whatever it was.
It's like those 20-cent ones. I made one bet all season long at Ask Downs. I think I said it to you. It was three chalks, and I played it for $7 straight, and it paid $96. I think it paid like $2 or $1.80 or something if you had it for 20 cents.
6 minutes to Golden Gate.
Mm-hmm.
5, who is in a non-winner of 2 lifetime with 3 wins and 2 wins at the distance. But, does look like it's beatable at times. The 4 is one of them. Couple pace horses here. You have 3 horses that probably need the lead between the 4, 1, and 2.
Yep.
Out of them, the 2 might have the best chance to rate. It almost pulled off a win, or you might look at it as it never improved its position, one or the other, and is the long shot now. We're currently sitting at 9-2, so closer to as it goes up to 5-1, where the 5 is 3-5 here. Trying to talk my way around figuring out a way to beat the 5 horse here, and maybe that's the drop here for the 3.
I would go back to your first thought, which is the 2. The 1 has a 3-star work, I'll tell you that. But I think the 2 is a better way to go is the long shot. I mean, when you're the track again not on fire, so the 4 and the 5 aren't going to hit as high as they once did. You have to go back and see how far it's been since you've had you just had a Scotty long shot win the race before.
And you had the first pick win the first race.
Yeah.
So maybe you just bet the 6 here.
Don't look at what the 6 is paying for doubles.
I will not, but I'm guessing it's like 1,500.
1253.80. The
Nice.
lowest one you could get would be the 4 at 199. So if how many horses were in that or in this race? 6.
Yeah.
That would have cost you $12 with a 6 all. If
Yeah.
you do like the longest shot, doing that versus loading up more money, that's one way you can cash, because you're still getting way over. Like 11-1 or something like that on the 4. And that's to the 4. The 5 is paying 303 and it's paying $1 over here. So that tells you where the double money went.
And if you look, the morning line on the 5 was 8-1.
And however small this pool is, the 2 and the 3 are both paying $1,086.60. So I think there's only one person that had that on their tickets.
It's impressive.
Yeah, but the 6 in the last race wasn't crazy. I mean, it was great odds for crazy, but
yeah.
And
But that can happen in smaller pools too. That you end up with, because there's so little money, you end up with something crazy like that just because the little money that's being bet goes somewhere else.
I mean, the 6 had decent works. Marcia Stortz is not a bad. She doesn't train a lot of horses, but she does win, and she's usually not the favorite.
Is she the BASF of trainers? She doesn't make a lot of horses, but she makes a lot of horses better.
She could be. Let's see. Jose, yes, thoroughbred racing is amazing. We do love it. Hello, Joe. Welcome. Tony's right. The E long shot has been good.
Yeah. Consistently about 13% overall.
So for me, I'm going to bet the 2 to win in place.
I went 1, 2, 3, 4 try box.
1, 2, 3, 4 try box. It's $12, right? At the base.
Yep. 50-cent base.
other bet is going
I
to be
think this 3 on the drop might run here. When I say run, doesn't necessarily mean win, but it would be nice to get the 9-2 on the top of the ticket. I feel like the 4 will end up going off as the favorite by the time all the money's in. Unfortunately.
then I'll key the 3 in an exacta with 4 and the 2.
All right. They are nearing the Golden Gate.
Is the red light on, Oldie?
The red light is not on. At least they're not showing the gate. So if it is on, we can't see it.
Tony, for once we're on the same deal, except I bet the 2 to win and place. So I'm good if the 4 wins. I just need the 5 to go away.
Where did that bang come from?
Kids on the dirt bikes, they're killing me.
Those dang kids.
Those dang kids.
3 is live, Luis says.
Well, now he is. He's moving again.
I'm going to take a quick pit stop while we wait here, so I'll let you talk for a second. Be right back in a minute.
Hot tips from the Caribbean. I love it. All right. Once we get done with this race, what do we got coming up next? We've got Churchill race 11, which was that maiden special weight kind of a grab bag race at the end. Looks like the system like the 2 and the 5, which are both prices, and 6% on the 2 top pick. 5 is 15% and at 10 to 1. Taking a look at the last at Churchill. Churchill tomorrow is mandatory day at Churchill too. Last day of the meet. Short 3-week meet.
For race number 3.
I'm probably going to land on the 5 at Churchill, as long as it doesn't. Yeah, we got a chance with the 5.
I'm going to predict as well that the turf will be good at Keeneland, because most fall meets, the turf is good the entire meet. It never makes it to firm.
Could be. I told him I liked the 5 in the last at Churchill.
All right.
Or B1.
Let's see, the last at Churchill.
Lions Lair
Santana and Ortiz.
will be one of the last ones to load in. Done at last, taking her spot.
I was using that horse. I was 1-2-5-7. There.
Not Carlos Santana. Ricardo.
Zakaya post position.
Not the former wrestling tag team LAX either.
Two back. Bacalar to the inside. Now Zakaya backed away. Zakaya reloading. Bacalar to the inside. Lions Lair to complete the line in the orange cap.
I agree.
We're ready to go. And we're off. Bacalar bobbled a little bit at the break, and Don at last took advantage of the other speed's bad beginning, and strides clear. Don at last with a clear lead and scampers away by 2 lengths. Bold Mistress in the second position along with Jay's Angel. Bacalar was expected to be close to the pace. She's down on the inside after the bad beginning. 3 lengths off the pace. Another 2 lengths to Zakaya, and Lions Lair is the early trailer. Don at last is the early leader. Into the turn she sails. Don at last going well. Leads a length and a half. Bold Mistress Mistress second. Bacalar shaken up from third. Jay's Angel alongside of her. Then Zakaya 4 behind. Lion's Lair has yet to pass a runner as they hit the quarter pole. Dawn at last, the leader of neck. Bold Mistress a lot closer, but she's under pressure. And Dawn at last asked to kick on. Still in front. Bold Mistress, though,
Come on,
right
3, get up.
alongside, putting up a big
Get
effort
up.
today. And Bold Mistress and Dawn at last, stride for stride in the final furlong. Bold Mistress on the outside with the head in front. Dawn at last back in
5's
second
going
on
to
the
end up
fence.
ruining
Jay's
this for me.
Angel up into third. Bold
I'm good
Mistress
with
Five's
the
going to end up
2-4.
finishing
ahead. Dawn at
second.
last coming back.
Nope.
And Bold Mistress
2-4, right?
Dawn at last.
Yep.
In a good stretch battle. Jay's Angel third home, and fourth was Bacalar.
May have to survive a inquiry. It looked like they were leaning on each other a little bit there. I'm not sure who was leaning on who.
Leaning is one
Photo
thing.
finish, photo in the third.
Yeah, I mean, I
Please
didn't see
continue
an
to stand by
obvious
until
bump.
The result is declared official.
The 2 go off at 6-1.
Yep.
All right, Churchill.
Churchill, the 5.
Number 2, Bold Mistress first. Second, number 4, Dawn at last. Third, number 5, Jay's Angel. Fourth, number 1,
Let's look at
Bacalar.
Churchill real
2, 4,
fast, the
5,
5.
2, 4, 5,
They're going to be
1,
going
5,
off
4
any
in
second
race
now,
3.
so let me get
Please
that up so
continue
I
to
can
stand
just
by until the result is declared
see
official.
that, and we'll shut Matt off for now.
2-4. 2-4.
They are off at Churchill. The 1 broke onto the lead. Your 5 is pressing. And the 4 just rammed into your 5.
The 4 what?
Rammed into your 5 in the turn. Broadsided him.
Good.
Jockey stayed up and the horse stayed in position, but looks like this could go 157, or maybe this could be an Ollie pick if the 1 were to drop out here somewhere. Have to see what the 2 and the 7 have.
Yeah, you're of course way ahead of me.
All right, well, I'm going to say your 5 is not going to win. It's going to come down to the 1, 2, and 7 here. Maybe the 12 coming in late here. 7's going to get up and get by the 1. It's going to go 7, 1, 10. As Christian Torres sneaks through there.
All right, well.
And you've
yeah,
gone official at Golden Gate.
Yeah, I got the win and place money there, so not bad. That's $20.80 for $4, and the 2-4 exacta almost 20, 1940. So not bad.
Yeah, not bad. And if I could get San Anita to load here, you know, you don't have a lot of horses here.
We got the 9th at the 10th at Woodbine.
Yes, as well. We like the 3 here, I believe it was. Miss Waterloo. Getting bet, currently 3-1. The question is, you like this 1 horse. No, it wasn't that 1 horse. What was the horse you liked?
Is this off the you're looking at Woodbine?
Yeah, there was another horse you liked here.
Well, I had the failed double into the 3.
Is it the 11?
Miss Waterloo.
Miss Waterloo, second pick. Third best pace. Mid-lane SOR for this race, but perfectly fine. Top GSR.
Mm-hmm. You're reminding me of all the reasons now. There's really nothing on the workout report for this race. So
Yeah. I mean, for me, the question just is, are the 4, 12, and the 3 going to go too fast?
well, sure. That
On the
obviously
synthetic.
that scenario does exist. Now this one's getting its first shot at the GSR, whereas the others have and haven't really done real well. That and trip here is going to be important as well. You know, are they going to go or try and get out and be in the top flight? How's it all going to work out? But this race was kind of a crapshoot, like we talked about.
Yeah. And the 12, I think it's going to matter. The break's going to matter too, because the 12 has a couple of bad breaks in here.
Mm-hmm.
Broke 7th, broke 8th.
Yeah, breaking back
from
the 12 hole is not good.
Yeah, so that was exactly where I was going with this. And the 4 is cheap speed. So, you know, we don't know. The 4 may not go at all. Maybe the 3 gets an easy lead too.
All right. Well, we've got a few minutes here. Hold on just a sec. I've got to log in.
I would be a little interested in this 11 horse who's a first-time starter, maybe with the 3 in an exacta. Tony likes the 12 here. But on the 11 horse, Ghostly Perfection, Tiller and Fukumoto are 23% on 65 rides. And if you're looking for another one, that this Cititard first-time starter with Sophia aboard might be a little interesting too. At 4%.
Anything Sophia's on is interesting as long as you're not talking about heavy chalk.
I'm not. Look at Little Sister is 9-1.
That's the only one with the 3-star work, and blinkers are going on this horse.
Well, it's a first-time starter too. So.
Yeah, well, they're starting with blinkers right away. That tells you something right there. What's the pace deal with the 9? 31.
9 is 31, so it's going to be toward. In theory, the system thinks it's going to be towards the back.
Yeah.
But you know, there's.
I think you could just sort these by current live odds and throw out the 5, 3, 12 the 5, 3, 12 and just take the 9, 10, 11, 1 and box those 4 at exacta, and it's still going to pay very well.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got both first-time starters in there. I'm just going to bet a little bit on the 9. Same win in place. It's been helping me trudge along. when you miss the pay legs.
Yeah. And I'll also point out Tiller's got the 11 in here with Fukumoto at 23% on 65 rides. And then his other horse here, he's 0 for 8 with that jockey.
So you're saying the 9 is live?
Oh, no, I was talking about the 11.
The 11, okay.
I might be 3, 9, 11 here. Take a shot with the first-time starters with the 3.
3, 9, 11. All right.
Not going to hurt anything. It'll pay pretty decently if it were to hit.
I'm going to bet that it's a 40 set level. 240.
Oh, you're playing. I was talking exacta there.
I just did try box with them. Now with it. Yeah, Scott, it is a wide open race.
Yeah.
Charlestown, yeah. I'm not sure we're going to do much Charlestown, Jose, but you never know. We could get desperate.
We used to call Chris the King of Charlestown, though.
Yeah, the King of Charlestown, the King of Mountaineer. Sure. Yeah, just can't do it anymore.
You used to specialize in that Charleston dance.
You could find some good stuff there, but I don't like what they did to that one jockey, and it's just I'm not getting involved in that anymore.
And I'm not a fan of the constant post drag as well, and I'm usually not sitting in front of my computer or where I can look at something when Charleston's running.
Now Remington, Jose, for me, that's much better if you're talking thoroughbred night racing, especially this time of the year when they can actually use the turf course. It does add a nice little mix there. I feel like those horses are a little bit higher class, even though they're running for some same purse amounts than like Charlestown, Mountaineer, places like that.
And you see some horses go from Remington to Oak Lawn, where typically the places that interchange with Charlestown are Laurel and Delaware Park.
You get Laurel, you get Delaware, you get a lot of them. They all come through because that may just be where they're staying over and whatnot. And Mountaineer, like 10 years ago, used to be great because they were getting a good amount. It was like, remember that one year where Monmouth got all that money from the casinos? Mountaineer got that for like 7 years, and it was good. And then that money went away, and it didn't become good anymore.
Well, looking here, this happens way too often. So the favorite just scratched at Woodbine, the 5-horse. No vet checking it out, nobody looking at it, just was parading around and they scratched it. And now it's not showing the scratch, so maybe that was a mistake. Am I crazy, guys? Did you guys see that?
Is it going to run for purse money only?
I don't know if they do that in Canada. We'll see here. I don't see the 5 being. I swear they showed the 5 being scratched.
Well, in the
did anybody else see it besides me?
Let me go look. What am I looking for? Woodbine?
Woodbine, the 5-horse. It was maybe like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, I wasn't watching 2 minutes ago. I was looking at Santa Anita. The 8 at Santa Anita has the best wet number increase. It's 11-point pop at 8 furlongs. The 3 goes down 3. The 1 goes down 3. The 4 goes down 3. The 5 goes down 6, and the 8 goes up 11. If you believe that dirt is pretty wet right now. And it's never run this distance, the GSR, and it's never run in the mud or on a wet track. So money bag, 4-1. I know nothing exciting in a 5-horse field where it could still get smoked by the 3. It does have. It doesn't have top soar, obviously. The 5 is top soar, but
how many minutes do we still have?
3 minutes. If it's
mud, I'd go with the 8
gate.
I can't bet that one place at 7-2, but I could try and beat the 6-5. All right, let's see what Oldie's got for us over here.
Mountain Sound is called up, goes in. And it is Ghostly Perfection and Daisuke Fukumoto, first time start at gate 11.
3-9-11.
Silent Tribute is Juan Flores, the outside gate.
That would be awesome. In any order.
At the
Yeah.
6 furlongs, this field is all in, locked up. And as they break, at the tail end, pretty slow there, was Look at
10-9.
Little Sister, Best
Didn't
Away
realize the
Silent
race was
Tribute,
going on.
Queen Sahara, Neolithic Nations there on the pace and showing up is on the inside. Crimson
You
Knights
got a
racing
post
handy
parade
Seattle
horn going
Signal.
on
In the
somewhere.
early part, Miss Waterloo
Yeah.
got in behind them as the leader continues to cruise to the rail in
I'm
front
not
with a
going to
good
ruin
break.
everybody's
Silent
view of the
Tribute.
race to
Well
fix
behind
it.
them early is Warvow, who's about 7 or 8 lengths off the lead. Then Snow Lake, a long gap the others, followed in the back of the ruck by Mountain Sound on the outside of Ghostly Perfection, and a long last is Look at Little Sister. Well ahead, Silent Tribute by almost 5. Up the inside, coming through to second, Miss Waterloo, and Neolithic Nation is there. Length to Queen Sahara. Then Seattle Signal, Warvow running on. Crimson Knights the inside from Snow Lake. Mountain Sound getting home now. And then Ghostly Perfection. They're coming after Silent Tribute, especially Sahin Savachi on Miss Waterloo. Could this be another Josie Carroll winner? On the outside goes Miss Waterloo, racing after Silent Tribute, but the leader's finding. Raced away again, and as Juan Flores and the Stuart Simon runners raced 5 in front, so that was short-lived effort for the rest of the field. There's no doubt that Silent Tribute has
11 might
taken
get up for
command
second.
and
Not
crushes
that it
them.
matters.
Silent Tribute by about 6.5. Up the rail, Ghostly Perfection got second from Miss Waterloo, then Neolithic Nation, a photo behind them. Crimson Knights and Warvow out wide, 110.55.
110.55. All right, that's going to do it for Woodbine today. Thank you to the folks at Woodbine for allowing us to show the races. All right, so you said here at Santa Anita you liked the 8, was it? No, he's gone. I did not notice that he ducked out there. Tony, who did you like at Santa Anita? You like the 1 here, Luminiferous. Wet GSR is 68 there. 75 on Lakota Spirit, who is by Curlin, who does typically run pretty well in wet conditions. And you like the 8, is that correct, Chris, here at
Yeah.
Santa Anita?
Uh-huh. It's got the best wet number. That's where I'm going.
Did not to me. I mean, it has the most improvement, but Lakota Spirit has 75 and the 1 has a 68. 60.
I'm just telling you, man, I like that improvement.
Okay.
I know what you're saying for sure. It doesn't have the highest number, but it improves. And what I'm looking for the algorithm to tell me is what improves and what doesn't improve. And the 3 doesn't improve. So if it doesn't improve and it's never tried it before, then your mileage may vary.
I'll just say the Curlins tend to run well
Oh, I can't disagree.
in wet conditions.
They to the gate yet?
They are not to the gate yet. Let me just make sure that wasn't. It was Golden Gate we were hearing the post parade horn from.
Well, 8-1 on a 3-8 exacta.
Mm-hmm.
And 12-1 the other way. How did we do at Woodbine? No bueno. I didn't see.
No
the
bueno.
bone.
12, 11, 3.
Well,
The
one of
9
those-
broke like the race was over before it started. Clearly that they were trying to correct something with those blinkers that didn't get corrected.
Yeah. The 11 was the other first time starter that
Yep.
you mentioned.
Came on very late. Also broke slow.
Sure.
And whether that's a slow break due to being a first-time starter, or if the horse just doesn't have any speed, those are the things we're going to have to watch out for there.
Tony likes the 1 because of Abel.
The horses have reached the starting gate. It's post time. Loading in the gate for the 5th. San Anita Park welcomes Yamava VIP's Day at the Races.
Tony's saying the 3's a bad fave.
We will see. He thinks the 5 can go gate to wire here.
Gimme Mo Baby in the outside.
And there's your 8. It looks like it could rain again there.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Cornelia Fort comes out smoothly, as does Lakota Spirit. Those two hook up right out of the gate with Speed Lane, Gimme Mo Baby on the outside, and Luminiferous is down at the rail. They go into the clubhouse turn with Cornelia Fort, the pacemaker, by 1.5 lengths to Speed Lane in second. Down at the rail, it's Lakota Spirit, 2 off the pace in third, followed by Luminiferous, and Gimme Mo Baby with 6 furlongs to run is 5 lengths off the lead. They swing on to the backstretch behind Cornelia Fort, a 1/2 length in front. Speed Lane keeping the pressure on in second. It's another 2 lengths back, Lakota Spirit in hand at the rail third. Luminiferous is fourth between rivals, and Gimme Mo Baby starts to inch up on the outside. They have less than a 1/2 mile to travel, and it's been Cornelia Fort since the gate opened, 3/4 of a length to Speed Lane. Lakota Spirit hugs the rail in
4
third.
looks tough there.
On the outside, Gimme Mo Baby, and then Luminiferous. Heading to the quarter pole, Cornelia Fort, a neck to Speed Lane second. Now Lakota Spirit is guided off the rail for a 3-wide bid after the top pair as Speed Lane takes the lead. Lakota Spirit moves to engage on the outside with a good clear shot and nice momentum trying to get to Speed Lane. Speed Lane, Lakota Spirit come to the 16th pole together. Speed Lane, Lakota Spirit.
Shaking its
Speed
head
Lane
like
hanging
that.
very
Never
tough.
good.
Lakota Spirit up alongside. Speed Lane and those white blinkers holding on briefly. Here's the line.
5's going to hold.
What a game.
Good call on the
winner
5,
from
Tony, even if
Speed
it didn't go
Lane.
gate to wire.
Turning
Yeah.
away, Lakota Spirit. Give me more.
Sometimes you can hit the backstop and you don't have to call it,
Yep.
right? It's not pool where you have to say where the 8-ball is going to go. All right.
Sometimes the bank is open too. All right, so now we have Golden Gate in 3 minutes, and then maybe we'll talk the late pick 5 at San Anita.
Yeah, we'll have a good little break in between there.
All right, so Golden Gate, you have the 2 who is going to be your favorite here, most likely, with a
Right.
94 pace number. It's another situation here where this is a turf race that has a pace scenario that looks like more like a dirt race. You have a 99, a 94, and a 70. And they're coming out of a chute here as well. Thoughts? I mean, the 3 is fast. Beat 54 is gate to wire at 8 furlongs. The 2, has beaten 58s at 8.5 at Del Mar. The 7 can rate a little bit.
7's got the best works.
And it's currently sitting at 7-1.
Second pick.
And the 1 has a win over 60s and likely gets the pace set up here.
Who won the last?
The last
Golden
at
Gate?
Golden Gate, that was the 2, the long shot.
That's
So
right.
we have 2 long shots and a first pick. so far.
What, that double hit, that double paid, man. $1,200.
So how about here a well, now the
And look,
ones
look right now. This is probably not a coincidence. Look at the 6. It's bet down from
5 to
8 to
2.
1 to 5 to 2. You think that might be some people that have locked on to E? The pools are smaller there, so somebody could, you know, that could be Scotty for all we know.
that could be, or Justin.
Yeah.
Justin loves the long shots. I will say on the 6 horse, it does not seem to be running. Well, its best win is against 50s. I think it would need the 1 to not run here. But I think I'm going with a
Let's look at the
1-7
one.
exact.
Let's look at the
exact
one
amount.
again. Let's look at the one again. Look at the one. Let's look at the trouble.
Well, the lower percentage trainer claim for Mullins
Yeah, but
is
is it
something
breaking?
that's.
Is it breaking okay?
I mean, I think it's breaking the way a turf horse with no speed breaks. Rush gate here on the trouble, that's likely not going to happen. This race you could also toss because it was on dirt, and you see the 12-point GSR drop.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the 7 here some, so I'm going to play a 2-7 exacta box.
The 7 deuce, huh?
Did I say 2-7? I'm sorry. Let's try that again. I'm going to play a 1-7 exacta box. Even though watch the 2 will win because I just put it in the winner circle, not winning circle, by not using it, or by saying I was going to use it and then not using it. All right, so we are getting close to loading here. If people are going to get anything in, I mean the 7 might be worth a double play too.
Yeah, or just win and place the thing and try and cash a 13 to 1 and not worry about anything. That's what I did. Just win and place on the 7. I can live with that.
I did a 7 all double for just $1
Sure.
in case something crazy happens.
I'll tell you what you're getting on that. The lowest you're going to get back is $57. 57 to 178.
Okay.
You had it for $2, but there's no $1 option. Still, at 2, there's only 4 in the next. All right, how are we doing? They're off, right?
They're off. The screen should be up. I don't
Sound
hear
is-
Matt. Here we go.
Moving right along into the clubhouse turn. A Crown for Kitten in the 4th position. Warriors Moon next.
Well, it's always good when you're chasing
So the Southern California Invaders 5th and 6th, and the 6 fillies and mares in single file
15 to
line,
1 shot.
separated by 7 or 8.
But we knew this was probably going to happen.
Proof of Jazz kicks
Sure.
on to a 1.5 lead. Princesa del Tigre second right behind. Now she's tracking along with Call Her Contessa on that.
That's a
run.
good hit, Luis.
And fourth
Congrats.
is a Crown for Kitten. Warriors Moon in the 5th position. 5 or
Get
6
that.
behind.
Long shot's
Length
hanging
to
in pretty good
unfaithful
position
ways.
there.
The trailer with a half mile left to go. Proof of Jazz 15 to 1 on top, a 1.5 lengths. Princesa del Tigre still in track mode second. Call Her Contessa 2 behind in third. 3 deep on the inside.
It's going to have to
Crown
kick
for
away.
Kitten's getting closer.
Clearly.
A joint third, moving up
That's
to be about
6
a joint
crawling
second here.
inside.
A Crown for
Hopefully
Kitten
the
has
3
some
will
run. A
help
Crown for
stop him.
It's
Kitten.
got-
Green Jack
long shot's got
sitting there from
horse.
late, and she's going to get outside in the 2 path. Proof
Who,
of
the
Jazz
7?
off the turn. She's
6
in
is your
front.
long shot.
Princesa del
Okay.
Tigre has had enough. A Crown for Kitten finds the seam and comes
Yep.
charging and takes the lead away just like
Wow.
that. A Crown for
3
Kitten,
EE
furlong
long
to go,
shots in a row.
all alone on the lead. Call Her Contessa trying to reel her in. Unfaithful ways from the back, coming up the inside for a minor award, though, as a Crown for Kitten's going to do it at 9 to 2.
One of these days, Oldie,
Gets the
one of
gold
these
prize.
days we'll have
Call
to
Her
figure that
Contessa
out.
second, third some unfaithful
Well,
ways.
that horse was
Push
5-2.
forward.
Somebody knew. Ended
Somebody
up at
knew.
9-2.
I don't think they knew because the 50-cent pick 3 paid $2,400.
Well, somebody
They,
knew in the win
they
pool. I mean,
they knew after the first 2 won.
yeah. We need to make sure that Scotty sees that though too, in case he was not paying attention. So
Yeah.
let me put the right tab on.
I'm gonna
And I'm gonna take the time to share this to the group before I go to explain it.
I'm gonna text him.
That reminds me, I think Cindy once hit a pick 5 there that paid like $30,000 or something like that, where there were 3 long shots in a row. Two, 7, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 4. All right, so I'm going to share this to the. Really? You love when Sam Nita tells you the race is off and no longer accepting bets. But you know, I like Speedboat Beach here. Speedboat Beach is my top pick amongst the Bafferts. I know you don't agree with me.
It's your top pick against the Bafferts, as you said.
Amongst
Speedboat?
the Bafferts.
Yeah, I like Speedboat. I just would want him on, like 8-1 or something. Scotty.
We are getting what right now? There, we're getting. We are currently getting 7-2.
Yeah, I don't like Speedboat at 7-2 at all. For sure. I mean, he's taken a lot of money. This for me. I would just go Dr. Scheibel here. That's where Juan's going. I can live with that. I'm not going to spend a lot of money on a multi-race deal here. But Frazier on the 5 interests me a little bit with Peter Miller.
I did not use the 5 here. I did not really like this horse. I think this is a Tapeta horse.
You think it's a what?
A Tapeta horse. Belongs
yeah, it could be.
You know, and
I like the prize. I mean, that knocks out a lot of tickets.
It does. It does, but I could say the same thing on CZ Rocket, who I think is old, is going to hang, but has a better shot, I think, than the 5 does on dirt, if the space scenario plays out the way it looks on paper. And I'm a little concerned on Dr. Scheibel because I just don't think that's the same horse.
I think Scotty might have done fairly well on those long shots. Okay. He's in 3rd place in the 2-day contest, and his other entry is in 9th place. So hopefully Scotty hit those. I sent him a text, and he said, "I saw that. So sick." So I'm guessing he didn't have it. Well, those were Golden Gate races, so
yeah, they wouldn't be
apply here. The Saturday, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, my question on Dr. Scheibel, and granted, ran very well in the Bing Crosby at Del Mar, but is whether this is the same horse. The only win since coming back has been on the lead too. And I do think one of the horses that's being overlooked because of a bad break in the Bing Crosby, and then kind of leveled out going 7 furlongs, but goes back to 6 here, is a grade 2 winner, Spirit of McKenna, with Joe Bravo aboard.
Bill says single Dr. Scheibel. I agree, Bill. I am with Team Bill. I'm going to run that through the ticket generator and see what it has to say.
Tony, don't let me talk you off Dr. Scheibel. Don't let my
But wants to
if you
single
like Dr. Scheibel, don't let me talk you off of it.
It wants to single the 8 at a $21 budget as a base when you plug that in. So it wants Speedboat Beach.
Yep.
But it is not any of the top picks.
It is the top win percentage and top pace, though.
Yeah.
Well, as second best GSR.
And then in leg 2, it wants to take the 1, 4, 6, 9, and 10. It chucks out the 5, which would be the 5th.
Yeah, I didn't like the 1 here. I added the 6 instead, which may come back to bite me.
The system picked up the 6 there.
But, Sir Prance-A-Lot could be dangerous here. I may have just wanted to say that name out loud, but the long shot, first-time starter.
Yeah.
In a group of horses that have run before. I also, the 10 horse was interesting as a second-time starter as well. And the 4 as well. So I was just 4, 6, 9, 10 here.
All right. Well, I can tell you what my ticket is going to be, and I'm going to plug it in right now.
All right.
It's going to be.
And then while you do that, I will keep talking. So, we National Treasure defunded, and the Justin Special Senior Buscador, in case we get a pace meltdown, like in the San Diego. What's interesting is the 3 picks are all speed horses, going 9 furlongs. And then I thought leg 4 was wide open, but Laneway has a very good shot there, I felt. I'm going fast, so we have time to go over your ticket as well. And then I was single to Hong Kong Harry in the last. And then I covered my single of Hong Kong Harry in the golden hour by going narrow elsewhere in the golden hour.
Gotcha. All right, I was 4-8 here.
Hold on, I'm pulling up. What is your budget?
It's $30. $30. It's a base.
All right. Let me clear all legs here, as you know how that works. Go ahead.
4-8.
All right.
1, 6, 9, 10.
1, 6, 9, 10. I have that right. Okay.
3, 7.
3, 7. Got it.
7.
The 7 horse.
That's it.
And then in the last.
4, 7, 9.
Well, it is telling me that is $24, not dollars. So am I missing someone?
Add the 4 in leg 2.
You guys, that is Chris's ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say of the Bafferts, Fort Bragg's the one I like the least.
I know. We talked about that.
Yeah.
3, 4. Brad is doing
the top 3 win percentages.
3, 4, 4, 5.
Arabian Lion is the other one. So we'll see. They face each other in the Hell Jerkins. They did. That's what I thought. And that was also in the slop. So this may be a case. If we looked at Fort Bragg's wet GSR,
I have not.
it is, so it's right on the cusp of where you would get concerned. It's about 4-point drop. Not quite the five. I think 5 used to be your number. My memory serves me correctly from Aqueduct years ago.
Yeah.
Speedboat Beach is a 9-point drop. Arabian Lion is an 8-point drop. Spirit of McKenna, 13-point drop. CZ Rocket, 10 points. Dr. Shivel, 10 points. 7 points for Sir Atticus. American Theorem, 9 points. And let's see, the 5 goes up 1 point.
Well, in the 8th, the only one that has a decent wet GSR that doesn't go down is the National Treasure. But ran like crap in the mud before, so take that for what it's worth.
And I'm assuming that both the Funded and National Treasure won't both go to the lead. Or attempt to. But remember, Stiletto Boy has beaten Defunded to the lead a few times. And Slow Down Andy also wants to get the lead here.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying perhaps this is another spot for Senior Buscador. You're going to get a similar pace setup. I think 10 furlongs. I mentioned this to Justin that I thought 10 furlongs for Senior Buscador was too long. I'm just looking at the wet GSR. It's a drop, but it's not a huge drop.
Well, has he run in the mud before? That's the thing. Do we really know that? I mean, he's run 13
No, he's
times.
been running on the West Coast, so it doesn't look like it. I mean, there's one Oaklawn race. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can look up Inspires and see.
I don't think they're going to go fast enough, and they're not. The 6 is. I'm not the 6, but Speed is going to do okay here.
Senior Buscador is on and off track 0-0-0.
So first time.
Defunded on and off track is 0-0-0. How about Stiletto Boy? That horse has been around a while. You got to think that it's had an opportunity. Off track, it is 1-0-1 in 2 races. So not a lot of experience amongst these horses on. And again, these are West Coast based horses. There aren't a lot of. Over the last 3 years, there have not been a lot of wet track days.
Yeah. All right, they're just coming out on the track.
All right, let's bring up the feed. Let's look at the horses.
Running a little late.
Yeah, I think they're still catching up to the delay from the storm.
I don't know, man. Something's just telling me Fort Bragg is.
I used it. It's my least favorite of the Bafferts.
I know, but I can't go with all the Bafferts. I mean, he beat Saudi Crown for crying out loud.
Let's see. I'm looking to see if there's any.
I liked Slow Down Andy until I went and looked at the wet GSR, and I don't know if he's run on a wet track and if he's run well. But
Number 1 American Theorem is owned by Chris.
I'll just say Slow Down Andy stops every time.
It'd be called stops down, Andy.
How are we getting multiple volumes here? I know I turned.
Visitant is owned by Williamson Racing, trained by Peter Miller, and the jockey Antonio Fresu. 6 to 9-year-old CZ Rocket is owned by Altamira Racing Stable, Madicat Stables, and Kegel.
All right, I'll cut the audio off. We'll just listen to Chris's audio for a minute here. Or we'll mute him, one or the other.
6 to 9-year-old CZ Rocket is owned by Altamira Racing.
Old man of the...
And Kegel.
There we go. Now everybody should be able to
Completing
hear
the
without
field
an
is
echo.
Spirit of McKenna, owned by Christine Chandler, trained by George Papapadromo. The jockey is Joe Bravo. That's the field for the Santa Anita Sprint Championship.
Tony, I like Arabian Lion here too.
Jalisco.
An Arabian Lion did torch Fort Bragg last time out.
That pool $500,000 and growing. We also have a super high 5 carryover of more than $10,000. That's a good wagering opportunity. More than 10,000 in the super high 5 carryover, just an additional 5,000 in there thus far. Great wagering opportunity in the Sprint Championship.
Trainer Mark Glatt sending out the 2-horse Dr. Shivel here in the Santa Anita Sprint
Apparently it's Dr.
Championship.
Shivel, not Shivel.
Mark, the track has been playing very speed favoring. Does that approach at all how you're going to approach the race?
Well, I think it has to. I spoke to Juan, and the way it's playing, you know, and he has speed, and he has been on the lead in the past. So I think we're probably going to be a little more aggressive with him early than maybe we would have been.
I don't know. This might set up well.
A lot of times this time we're starting
for Dr. for
the big dance in November. Win, lose, or draw. What do you want?
A late coming horse like the 6 or the 1
We
here.
just want to see a good effort.
He just said that Dr. Shivel, Chris, is going to that they have to take into account that this is a track has been favoring speed,
You know, that being said,
so he's likely to be more forwardly placed, according to the trainer.
see if it's still like it.
We appreciate the time.
Makes sense.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Mhm.
Good strong effort. He's been there.
Tony likes the 3
I wouldn't say he necessarily has to win today, but he needs to have a good effort.
at 7-2.
You know, that being said, it is a different track. He hasn't been on a track like this, so we'll see.
I just don't know if I trust Victor on the 8. I mean, he had to go deep down, right? The 3 is going. The 3 is going for sure. There's no doubt about it. When you put Edwin Maldonado on the 3 horse, you are telling the world that you are going to the lead.
Where's Johnny V?
Johnny V is on the East Coast.
Right, but that's usually, I'm surprised, especially once they announced that Aqueduct was canceling, that Baffert didn't have him come in for this.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he really wanted to make that flight. And who would he erode?
I mean, I would take either Victor or Edwin off.
Well, the fact that this race at 6 furlongs
I
now
think
has a wet
there's
fast
probably his
track,
choice
I think
would
it
have been
makes
the
it a
8,
little
and
bit
he
more
probably didn't
challenging
want to do it.
handicapping. Originally, I'd put Dr. Shivel on top from how fast his
That's the
most
third
recent
different
race
pronunciation of Dr.
was
Shivel
the
we've heard.
quickest. But now I'm really looking at 2 different horses. One of them, the number 7, Sir Atticus. There wasn't a horse out here that looked better
Sir
and
Atticus,
sharper
yeah.
to me as he went galloping by in the warm-up underneath Mike Smith and Sir
There we have a
Atticus.
lot of
He regressed
people
a little
talking.
bit in his last race, but if he can come back and run that race from July in Del Mar, then he certainly has a chance in here. And then Speedboat Beach, because gosh, he is a fast horse.
I mean, are there 2 people
I saw him
talking?
come out
You
of the
hear
gate
that?
at Fort Bragg on the 23rd
That's
of
your,
September, and he was
if
under
you
a
can mute
hold
your
going
volume,
46 flat.
There we go. Thank you.
because I muted you before because it was echoing. I knew that. Well, when you walked away.
Hmm. All right. Well,
Showtime. Might set up perfectly for CZ Rocket, as much as I hate to admit that.
no.
If everybody
The Santa Anita
goes,
Sprint Championship presented by Estrella Jalisco.
Now, you could argue with me that CC Rocket doesn't even beat
Moving in the
Allowance
line.
Company these days.
Here's Arabian Lion taking up his spot with Fort Bragg next.
I think the 4 gives you the best value. I mean, the 3 is good value as well.
Seraticus in the blue.
Tony still likes the Doctor.
Speedboat
No,
Beach
yeah,
coming
he does
forward.
think the Doctor wins, yeah.
Oh,
But
he
also
doesn't think the
There we
Doctor
go.
wins here.
on the 3.
He's going to get a big
Little bit of
Dr.
movement on
Johnny
the outside
Fever
from
here. The
Spirit of
Doctor is
McKenna.
hot. The Doctor is operating.
A little fractious.
LJ is going.
And they're off
And
in the Santa Anita Sprint Championship presented by Estrella Jalisco.
if you had the 8
And it's a
on the
quick
lead,
start for Seraticus.
or 7 on the
Speedboat
lead.
Beach on the outside comes away in second. Dr. Shivel is down at the rail. Arabian Lion is
Dr.
one.
Okay, how do you not shut the rail
On the
off?
far outside, Spirit of McKenna, Fort Bragg in the turquoise colors is right next to him. Visitant is only 3 lengths off the lead as they head past the half-mile pole. It's another 2 back to American Theorem and stretch running CZ Rocket at the back of the field. It's Seraticus, a narrow leader, 3 furlongs from home. Speedboat Beach on the outside. Dr. Shivel and Neck back third. Then Fort Bragg angle to the outside fourth, followed by Spirit of McKenna, Arabian Lion 7 off the lead. And from the back of the field, American Theorem very wide. They're at the top of the stretch, and Speedboat Beach and Dr. Shivel are head and head. Dr. Shivel just in front, Speedboat Beach. And here's Fort Bragg finishing strongly in the center of the racetrack. Dr. Shivel and Speedboat Beach are head and head coming for the wire. Dr. Shivel or Speedboat Beach. Here's the line. Dr. Shivel has won the Santa Anita Sprint Championship again. Speedboat Beach ran lights out and just missed. In behind them, it was Fort Bragg in third, followed by...
Again, that was a product of the 7 not shutting off the rail early in the race, too.
Mm-hmm.
And allowing the 2 to get positioned down there. Seven shuts down the rail, 2's got to come off.
Well, Juan barely knew.
Photo finish.
I mean...
Yeah, I mean, the 8 was game there. I think if this is a dry track, the 8 wins that race.
Sure.
You're like, sure, whatever you say.
Dr. Show. Yeah, that's pretty clear. There's the 4.
Yep. I did not think that 7 would be that forwardly placed.
No. All right, moving on. Golden Gate, 1 minute.
Golden Gate. 1 minute. All right, we got this up. Let me make sure I just shut the sound off properly. We did not. Golden Gate. The late pick 5 starts here. We're probably not going to have time to put a ticket together. Here, but how about a pick 3? Well, there you go. I did put a ticket together. Or at least I was in all there. This race I thought was pretty wide open. That was the problem. And this one's the synthetic angle.
We can't see what you're showing.
Oh, sorry. One of these times. I thought this race was an all. This race was pretty wide open. And then that race was the 1 and the 3 for me.
So you were the 8 in the second? 8
The second leg, the system wants the 8. It's a McCarthy horse with a 93 GSR.
Leg 1, what does it want? The 4?
Yeah, see, I did edit that there, and I'm all in that first leg because I thought that leg was a mess.
All right, 4, 8, 1, 3 for me.
3. We'll play it for.
I'll
$2.
take the all angle equals the favorite.
Maybe. It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
But
3 all exactly. Charles is saying.
I would say the 3 is your lightest raced horse here, and has your second highest SOR. The long shot, could we get 4 long shots in a row? It's another 6 horse. 1 for 18 lifetime. The 4, your favorite, is 1 for 12. And the 4, it has, the 4 needs to be on the lead for sure. 6 can rate a little bit. The 3 rated against 36s. I don't think that means all that much. And the 2, broke its maiden against 42. So looks like they're heading towards the gate. I just put that pick 3 that's up on the board in for $2.
All right.
Should be hearing Matt as soon as he talks here.
Did you have the Dr. Scheibel in your pick 5?
I did, yes. Unless I keyed it wrong, which I'm known to do.
Okie doke.
Yes, we had speaking of using way too many horses and getting the favorite. Yes.
Position 3, Crimea Runner, post 4. 2 back, Getaway Charm to the outside.
Can we ask that he be called Dr. Shovel instead of Scheibel?
Busy to the inside.
The old-fashioned 4-horse race.
Yeah, Dr. Scheibel will figure out a way to screw it up in the Breeders' Cup.
We're ready to go. And
who's one going to ride there?
Busy took up a little bit right out of the
I don't know, but 4 didn't get the lead.
Field assuredly up on the pace has the lead by about a neck here. Crimea Runner pressing on the outside. Farther out, Getaway Charm is 3 deep off the top pair. And Not Now I'm Busy is the trailer on a hold right now. She'll try to do her best running later as the top 2 get acquainted. And now assuredly
the lead now.
Crimea Runner happy to kick on here and set the pace with a half-mile left to go. Strides a length and 3/4.
Not sure what the 3 was doing there, but
by Getaway Charm, those 2 together. 2.5. Not Now I'm Busy into the 4-turn run. Irving Orozco has
those were the instructions. Get the lead and give it up to the 4.
By 2. Assuredly,
give it up to the favorite. Who needs the lead?
Getaway Charm in an all-out drive. Not Now I'm Busy. Still at the back, trying to move up into the 3rd position.
It was a pretty fast pace, though,
5 lengths to gain on
especially for this level.
Who swings off the turn, still a length and 3/4 ahead. Assuredly trying to run her down. Looks like a 2-horse race at this point. Crimea Runner now feels the stick, is asked for her very best. She responds, leads by a length. Assuredly still right there.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't question the strategy on the 3-horse.
What a crappy race. It just reminds me why I don't bet these races.
The last week and a half,
I'll
they've won 2 in a row
that next
today.
time.
Second home in the race was Crimea Runner. She had every shot to win, but was second best. Then Not Now I'm Busy and Getaway Charm.
Boom.
All right, so we have some time here before the next race. We could take a look at Charlestown. Or Evangeline Downs.
I think
and we're 6 minutes to something you might want to look at, actually. The quarter horse, first race of quarter horses at Lone Star.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We got quarter horses at Evangeline too. Well, if you want that just for fun, go to Evangeline.
All right, so Evangeline's up on the board. One time. Go ahead.
Top GSR, money backs. That's where I would roll to.
Beat 34s. I know that doesn't really matter. My only concern would be 3 or 4 bad breaks. It didn't run poorly on last time it was in the 1 hole.
5 is top pick, top soar, and you're getting 7 to 1.
5-1 now, according to. Strangely, though, I don't know why this horse would be top pick. Have you looked at this horse?
No, but it has those characteristics. I mean, it doesn't like the 3 at all.
Well, the DNF might have had something to do with that. Let's just look. See if anybody's a good breaker here. It doesn't really look like it.
They're meandering to the gate. Well, if you have a field of bad breakers, or for the most part, and you don't have like a 1 to 9 horse in there, then taking prices is, long term is, for me, is the way to go.
I mean, I think your one, I like your idea on the one here. A lot of these horses might be the best breaker, even though it's not consistently the best breaker.
Yeah.
I mean, the 2's the other one that breaks decently. It doesn't ever seem to win. You get top GSR, you get the long shot, you get the money bag, you get 17%. And we haven't even mentioned top pace. Why not? They're nearing the gate at Evangeline Downs. And the late money is, or at least started to head towards the 5, but is leveling off a little bit. Evangeline quarters, they say, running through December 18th, I believe it is. If my eyes are working, it might be a 16. Actually, I think that's 16th. It's a long quarter horse meet.
Well, I got them going into the gate right now.
I do as well. I'll just keep my mouth shut and not ruin it for you.
Where did my volume go?
Cartel is in. Consumer Zone. 30 looks. ETF Diamond. Here's Majestic Baby and Mr. Rocky Affair.
One broke good.
1, 2. Well, all runners except for number 6, who's flipping all through this one. Get them all set.
I think the 2's got it. I think it went 2-5.
Is all by.
Sorry, I didn't realize you hadn't gone yet at all.
Flirty looks away well, but drifting to the center of the track outside that runner, JR's Majestic Baby on the rail is DJ's Toast to Cartel. It's KS Tumors Oaks. Flirty looks far outside JR's Majestic Baby. KS Tumors Oaks. KS Tumors Oaks, the winner. This JR's Majestic Baby close between BJ's Toast.
2 spoiled my day.
Yeah, 2-5, I think it went.
All right, where are we at? Santa Anita?
We got 14 minutes to Santa Anita. We're 1 minute or 0 minutes to Charlestown, which could mean 5 minutes to Charlestown, but they're actually about to go in the gate. All these horses have never won at this distance. The 5 is 60%. I'm just going to put $2 win place show on the 1.
Did you know that the Santa Anita Turf Pick 3 today starts with a dirt race?
Because they're off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I did know that.
That's awesome.
It's interesting, instead of canceling the bet like most places do,
No, they're like, hey, we got a new deal here, and this is even more unique. We have a off the turf, all turf pick 3.
All right, at Charlestown, the 7 is on the lead. The 1 is in second. The heavy favorite, the 5, is in between horse, the 1 and the 6. Seven got a pretty easy lead here. Five's being asked. Not really cutting into the 7's lead. You know, it's Charlestown, so you never know till they turn for home and you see what anybody has left. But the 7's looking like he might win by 10 or 15 lengths here at 5-1.
Did you have it?
I did not, no. 7 was 5%, a middling pace number. Did win on the lead against 36s in the slop. All right, I guess that leaves us with San Anita, race 7. Any thoughts on race 7 here? I know you liked the... I'm trying to remember which horse it was that you liked. I think you liked the 5 horse here that I did not like. Is that correct?
I think so. Just give me just a second here.
Oh, I have your page. Hold on, I have it here. Let's share this tab instead. You were 1, 4, 6, 9, 10. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just point out that Chris's pick 4, if you want to play this, or pick 5, played as a pick 4, is $15.
Yeah.
So
I really like that. And there are a lot of people on I'm a Gambler. I don't expect him to be 6-1. He's
on which horse?
The 7 in the second to last.
Yeah. Glad horse.
Mm-hmm. That's the one he wins. Or the one he should have won instead of the other one. But
yeah,
I may have screwed that up now.
Is he only allowed one win a weekend?
Something like that, yeah. So for the pick 4, I'm getting rid of the 4 on the start. 2-1's too short for me. I'm going to do 1, 6, 9, 10, and then the rest.
All right. $12. Budget pick 4 there for everybody.
And then if you wanted to go wider, I would throw the 8 in leg 2.
The 8 in leg 2. The 8 is Pirelli.
Yeah. And we'd still stick with the single, and then add the 2 and the 8. That's 30.
Yep. $30 right there, guys. And if it's me, I don't know why I put the 0 in there, but I'm $24 this way. I don't know why it didn't. Oh, because I cleared this out. That's why. The 4 is getting bet. Let's see. So how would I put this together? Did not mean to do that. I'd be just 6-7 in this leg. And I would add, I really just, oh, I still have that lock, that's why. You know, since we're single to the 4 here, I'm going to be a little higher, but so for 24 bucks.
Which screen are you on?
Oh,
Not the one
sorry,
you're
I
showing.
didn't switch. There we go. That's what I've got to get better about that. There was another horse here I was interested in, and I want to see if I can find it in the last. It was not the 8. I think it was the 7, the 7 horse for Sadler. I probably had the 5 as well, if I were adding here. So let's see if it will let me update the ticket. And that puts us at 36 bucks.
Let me check the, how close are we?
We are still 7 minutes to post.
Oh, sweet.
So I took a big chance in fantasy football, maybe a big trade this week. I expected more pushback on that trade from people because usually when you, in those type of leagues, when you make trades that people are mad they didn't make,
Yeah.
you end up getting a lot of pushback. And I did not, which makes me think either people weren't paying attention yet, or maybe some of these people have mellowed out. But I dealt 2 starters and my depth running back to the Austin Eckler owner for Eckler, knowing that Eckler probably wasn't going to play this week and they have their bye next week, but I would get him back healthy, hopefully for the rest of the season. And he was running back number 1 overall last year.
Hey, did you see in Santa Anita Race 8, go look up the 6 and then go to GSR Plus.
Okay.
And then go look at the handy view. Hit the off going.
Handy view off going. I'm confused what you want me to do here, but.
Well, if you look at the handy view, you see it broke its maiden on a good track, right?
Yeah.
And then it won back on a sloppy track. And then the next time it had a sloppy track, it chased 3 to 4 wide, was 1 paced.
Yep.
It's the only one with current in the window wetness.
How many races do you think Mark Clack can win today?
I hear you.
You walked directly into that one.
No, I know, but I was just flipping through because I was like, all right, go check, you know, if I was going to do some sort of a saver pick 3, you know, what would you do?
I mean, this horse feels like filler in this race to me.
It does.
Like they wanted a certain number of horses in this race.
Mm-hmm.
Just from an SOR standpoint, I mean, that this horse, this is a massive step up in class.
Yeah, no doubt. Right. I don't doubt you there.
Yeah. So you don't like Justin Senior Buscador here?
No, I don't. If I'm going to go with a closer that I think is going to run into pace, I'm going to go with the one with the better wet GSR, right? Because that's what the system's telling me. And I don't have
about the Skinner.
No, I'm talking about the 6.
I mean, the Skinner has a 77 in the wet GSR.
Yeah, and he's never done anything with it.
Well, because he's been on the West Coast.
Sure. So I don't know if that number is real. I can put faith in the number of the 6 being real because it's done it before.
I think I mentioned this, but I'm disappointed that Practical Move, who's been working consistently about every 5-6 days for like the last month and a half, isn't running here.
Yeah, I hear you. So this is what I did. I did an all 6, 7, pick 3 at 50 cents. It's $4. And then I did a 4, 6, 7 cold for $3. I played the other one a couple times, maybe 3, just in case. I mean, some of these weird ones that you spend $8 or $9 on can return you a nice figure when you're just trying to create some level of action at the same time of keeping your risk somewhat in line.
Brad, exactly how I sold the trade to the Eckler owner. That, and he's 0-3, and it gives him a chance to actually win some games because he's staring straight at 0-5 if he hung on to Eckler and didn't take that because his roster is bad.
Wow,
and here was the trade.
Maybe we should do some fantasy football.
Just filling time here, but
yeah, I hear you.
Of course, neither of us played A-Chan, who's now wants to be known as A-Chan, not A-Chain. That's apparently the correct pronunciation of his last name.
Well, let me update this, but Scotty was in 3rd last time I checked with entry number 2.
Well, we are. Is this the one we're sponsoring?
I think so.
Well, we should win it then. We should win our money back, right?
He's at 46.20, and Craig Seether is at 49.50. So he's close, and his entry, scrolling down, so it might not have done well. He might have went all in there with the other one. Yeah, he's down to $40 on his second entry, so that would be the comeback for the ages. So he's all in with the entry number 2, 46.20. It's a 2-day contest, so he's within range, within $300.
No, this is not any sponsored contest, Brad said. I know there was one we were sponsoring this weekend. And I say we, like Scotty's sponsoring.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
Where are you at here? You in your pick 4?
I was lighter in my pick 4 than my pick 5. My pick 5, I'm 4, 6, 9, 10. And my pick 4, I'm 7, 9, 10.
Okay.
And they're off. It's a fast start for Petite Filet. Annie Fox has some early foot, and Asada Fries is hustled through nicely along the inside. And so those 3 are right across the racetrack. Sassy Pradsalot is 4th, 2 lengths off the leaders. Followed by Kits Katie. Look at her glide on the outside. Cocktail Cutie is down at the rail. A big gap to Senora Vittoria. And Wailea Sunset is the distant trailer. They have a half-mile left to go, and Asada Fries takes over. Opens up a length and a half on Annie Fox. Petite Filet on the outside takes second. Down at the rail, it's Cocktail Cutie with Kit's Katie in between horses. Sassy Prancelot is now starting to advance. There goes Sassy Prancelot up to take third midway on the far turn. And then look at her glide from the back of the field. Senora Vittoria is getting a hold of the track now and starting to roll late. They have a quarter of a mile to go, and Petite Filet engages Asada Fries. These two come to the 8th pole. Petite Filet on the outside, just in front. Asada Fries is battling bravely in second. Then Senora Vittoria, and in the center of the racetrack,
It looks like the
Wailea
7,
Sunset
so
getting involved
good
with
move for me
Cocktail
to
Cutie.
have covered that
Petite
in
Filet
my
opens up late, and it will be
pick
Petite
4,
Filet
because I
to
did not
score
have
by
that
3.
in the pick 3.
Asada Fries
In the pick
second,
5, I mean.
extremely close photo between Cocktail Cutie and Wailea Sunset, who finished very nicely.
What did
Behind
that
them,
horse go
Senora
off at?
Vittoria.
Well, that's not. Am I looking at the right race? I'm not. 4-1. Four to 1 on the 7 horse there.
Yeah, the 4 was kind of somewhat of a fraud there, but
yeah,
I used it with 3 singles. So,
well, I used it in the 4 and the pick
was first.
5, but not in the pick 4. I used the 7 there, so instead.
Yeah,
and
I did not.
I should have not used the 6 on either ticket, and I would have been okay there. But
correct.
All right, 4 minutes to Golden Gate. For the purposes of the Golden Hour, the way this looks like it's lining up, we're going to be we're going to have the races really close to each other, and then we're going to have some time.
Mm-hmm.
No, Tony, the Golden Hour starts race 9 at San Anita. All right, so we are Golden Gate.
The Golden Gate.
I'm alive to a single on my pick 3 of the 8 here. Miss Lemoncello, 32% to win, 93 GSR. What'd you say?
Peter Lemoncello.
Peter Lemoncello.
Your house is on fire. That's Fletch too.
All right, so McCarthy, big GSR, second time starter, ran this horse at Del Mar last time out, and now is shipping it up to Golden Gate. I don't know if that tells us this horse isn't that great.
Well, it tells us where he wants to try and put it to win.
Yeah, and this is a maiden special weight. There's no risk on the claiming end. The 6, the long shot is pretty interesting here. 15% to win. Low GSR for turf, it's 50, but the jockey trainer is 42%.
Yeah, there's a good work on that horse, and it's a good pick there. I'm going to go with the 8 as well. You're single there in your pick 3?
Yep, $2 pick 3 single to the 8.
And that's paying 4 times 54.65.
Well, this isn't my final leg, so.
Oh, sorry. I'm down with your 8.
I'm surprised that the 8 is that the 5 is your favorite right now. Second choice, second win percentage. Second time turf. Lots of 2s there. And I will point out the 6 is again the long shot. And the 10 is your first pick, second time starter, just missed on the synthetic, gets a bump in GSR. So definitely an interesting horse. I probably prefer it to the 5. Just looking at that run line.
You got a 3-star work on that 6 too.
Yeah, I mean the negative is the GSR there, but let's look at Ms. Limoncello. A mile seems to be the preferred distance. 2 turns seems to be the preferred modus operandi. Son of Lemon Drop Kid. And it does look like the 4, who's low GSR here, been running on synthetic. GSR doesn't improve going dirt to synthetic, or I'm sorry, synthetic to turf. Looks like that horse should be on the lead here.
All right, they should be going in soon. I'm going to work up a golden hour thing here. Even though we're 47 minutes away.
Lengths off the leader, followed by Katie. Look at her glide on the outside. Cocktail Cutie is down at the rail.
Yeah, the 4 could get a piece for sure, Tony. People have to remember that GSR is based on winning. It's not based on finishing second. It's how, all these things are trying to predict winners. And I talk about this in my class all the time. It's that they're not looking to predict second place or third place. The E top pick and second pick isn't first and second place. It's top pick and second most likely pick.
And then look at her glide from the back of the field. Senora
That's what the ticket generator used to do.
Getting a hold of the track now and starting to roll late. They have a quarter of a mile to go, and Petite Filet engages Asada Fries.
Let me get Petite Filet off of our...
Yeah, make it go away. Thank you.
So it does sound delicious.
It does. No doubt about that.
Little medium rare, maybe a Parmesan crust.
With a nice shrimp cocktail to start.
I thought you were going to say fava beans and a Chianti.
Nah, that doesn't go with that.
Brookie's Gal, the first one to come up to the gate.
All right, we are loading.
Vagar, post 6. Union Heiress, the next up.
And Brad, I'll say also while we're waiting here, if I played horses with the same abandon I play fantasy football, and the chances I take, I'd be playing better right now.
Andy in the red jacket, Mirage Code in the red, white, and blue. Miss Limoncello.
And I'll tell a story about this league because this league's existed since 2003.
5, 2 back.
But I'll tell a story because we'll have some time here. Probably a story Brad hasn't heard either yet.
And they were tightening the girth on Valence, but they have done so. So she's going to come up to the outside post. Valence goes in. We're ready to go. And Laroff getting squeezed at the break a little bit, having to slam off of heels was Vagar, the first-time starter. Mirage Code steps on the gas, goes right to the front, leads by a length from Desert Rumble, who runs in second. Brookie's Gal third in the early stages. Acclaimed Preacher right behind her. With
the long shot's going to have to make up about 30 lengths.
Then a line of 3. Union Heiress.
15, let's call it.
Miss Limoncello, who got caught deep there into the turn, is running in the second last position, eases off the aforementioned pair, and Vagar's at the back of the pack early. Onto the the backstretch, Mirage Code, the pacemaker, 3 parts of a length. Desert Rumble right behind, pressing mildly from the second spot. She's 2 ahead of Acclaimed Preacher, runs in third with Brookie's Gal. Valance racing alone, fifth, 5
Yeah,
behind.
I'm not
like
liking
the
what I'm seeing out of the 8.
And Our Sweet Candy, Miss Limoncello, still second to last, as 1 horse beat, and that's Vager at the tail end of the field. A dozen lengths from first to last, approaching the 4-turn run. Mirage Code at a big number, 50-1, leads the parade into the 4-turn run with Desert Rumble still right there, 3/4 of a length behind. Acclaimed Preacher takes the 3rd position from Brookie's Gal. Acclaimed Preacher on the move 3 deep, and Valance is following her.
Here comes the
Our
long
Sweet
shot.
Candy's making a move on the outside. Vager is caught even deeper as they start to mix and match here, approaching the top of the lane. The early leader is given way. Desert Rumble finds herself in front with Acclaimed Preacher who pounces, and
The
she
8
takes
should
the
not
lead with
try
a
to be
furlong
split
to go.
horses.
Acclaimed Preacher,
No,
the
that did
wonder
not
wheel
work.
win. Our Sweet Candy in
It
the
never
second
works.
spot. Valance coming between that pair. Valance coming with a serious run between horses to snatch the lead from Our Sweet Candy and Acclaimed Preacher.
That was
Now in third,
absolutely
it's Valance.
ride there.
Valance gets it. Valance over Our Sweet Candy.
That is your top pick, I believe. That
Limoncello rounds out the super.
Parker would not
I
be
didn't mean
happy
to
with
make
that.
that go away. Now I got to reshare this. Sorry about that.
Would that finish?
That finished 10, and I did not see. Hold on. Let me just pull it back up here. (10-3). I'm not sure who finished 3rd.
Third didn't matter.
Number 10, Valance was first. Second, number
10-3, 6. I want to say that is on the.
3rd and 4th, waiting on the placing for 5th
Nope.
as well. Please continue.
Not
to
sure
stand
who was
by.
on the rail.
Results are declared official.
All right. So we have a little time before the next at Santa Anita.
All right, well, let's go to the golden hour. May as well get
All right.
that. It'll come quickly. EE long shot, 1 on Angeline, 43-1.
Nice. So that is my golden hour for today. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8 by 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 7, 9, and then I am closing with my synthetic angle that is the talk of the town. The top 2 horses, who are also the top 2 win percentages, win at 60, roughly 68 to 72%, depending on the week. So I am going to. I could just take the 6 here, single the 6 here, but I'm looking at this horse, and it's a nice drop, but I think this horse needs the lead. There's the 2 here, so the 7 could clean up the pieces in that case for me in the last.
The 7 in the last?
6 and 7 are the top 2 E picks and the top 2 win percentage, the synthetic angle.
Yeah, and you've got 5 horses. So if you got to go with one, who are you going with?
I'd probably go the 7, just from pace. Here with a 67, a 58, and a 64 here. But the 6 could get away too. The 6's best is better than a group of 46s.
Mm-hmm.
Will you get its best? Is it that as good of a horse as it was earlier this year? Those are the questions.
And who are you in leg 2?
Leg 2, I'm 4, 6, 7. 4 top pace.
And then you're signaled to Hong Kong Harry.
I'm not. That was only for pick 5. That this I had built with the idea that I would be alive there, and I'm going to cover. Remember, I mentioned I like the 7 a little bit here. I think the 2 is pretty interesting, and the system likes the 9, even though I don't see it other than, I guess, if it runs this Schumacher mile race again, it could win there. And it did finish ahead of Hong Kong Harry there.
The 7, yeah.
What about you? What do you have for the golden hour?
I don't know yet. I mean, there's a lot of ways to go, and a lot of ways to spend a lot of money, and a lot of ways to spend a lot less. I just don't like the last leg at all. I don't know why they gave us such a bad race in the last one.
They always give us bad races. You a lot of times get 8K maiden claimers at Golden Gate in that last race. This actually, in comparison to some of those races, is not bad.
I do like I'm a Gambler. I'm going to tell you that right now. In leg 1.
Yeah, I know. You want a single there?
I do want a single there. I mean, there's a lot of yellow. I understand where we're at. We're third off the layoff here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, how many races is Mark Lack going to win? I don't know, but I can lay my head down with this one.
Okay. So what about a Senior Buscador to I'm a Gambler double too?
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's go look at that first. Let me get that one done first.
So we're 11 minutes to post here. Slow Down Andy is surprisingly your favorite.
I'm not surprised there. He's a logical horse. I don't know if the track conditions are going to suit him right, one way or the other, but
I'm curious what you mean by logical, because this horse.
I mean, you go and look, like, what is this? Let me go back to my notes here. This is race 8.
I mean, he's 0 for his last 5 against similar company.
Yeah, but he's been right there. He was right there in the Grade 2, San Diego, and the Grade 1 Pacific Classic.
But he's going to do the same thing. He won't pass. He's not going to pass anybody.
He's handy. You've got, and you have those races that you're referencing are not the same conditions as they are today. If they were, I would agree with you.
I mean, he's failed at 8 furlongs. He's failed at 10 furlongs. He's at 8.5 furlongs.
And how many of those have been on a wet track?
Yes, I agree. I agree with that, but he loses in wet GSR too. I mean,
exactly. But I'm not surprised that the public would gravitate towards that.
Don't like it
we're
at
not there to
all.
the end either. I still like the 8 horse.
6 horse, you mean?
No, the 8. I think at those numbers, he can produce a price.
McCarthy with another 8 horse here.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get my job done in the last one, but Rispoli's a much better jockey. Much, much, much better.
All right, let me look at the doubles here. What am I getting to the doubles? The cheapest double is 3-7 at $17 for $2. You kind of move up significantly from there. So from there, I mean, who do you like here?
I mean, for me, I'm 2-7-1.
Well, I knew you were going to pick the funded for sure. National Treasure. I mean, those are all good prices to the 7. The 1-7 is 92. 2-7 is 75. And 7-7 is 83. So cut those in half for your true odds.
Yeah.
Tony likes the 169. 9-7 is 76. I mean, I don't think Stiletto Boy can get there, so I'm not going to include him. But I will go a decent one. You know, probably $5 or $10 on the 8-7. That's paying $4.29 for a deuce. So $10 is paying you $2,000. Now it just dropped down to $386.
Bafford's putting the blinkers back on National Treasure
Mm-hmm.
after going off the blinkers at the Travers. And, you know, I think National Treasure needs the lead, but Bafford's always thought that this horse could rate. There's no evidence that it ever could, but he talked about this last year at the Breeders' Cup Juvenile when National Treasure was one of those horses in there, that this was his favorite horse.
I will tell you that the double to the 7 here, I got the right race. The double to the 6 is paying $263. So
double
I have
to
that
the 6 or double to the 7?
Double to the 6, paying $263.
The 6. Yeah. The
That's
other thing
I like, but I've got the 6 covered in a pick 3 to the 7 in the next. So if I get that far, I don't need to put it in the double. But in the double, it's paying a ton. 6-7 is paying, well, it's dropping $238. It was 3 times that just a few clicks ago. The 6 is actually taking a lot in the next race in the doubles right now. To a lot of logical horses. Much more than you would suspect.
Well, I mean, the 2 horses I liked in this race were the 6 and the 7.
Mm-hmm.
They're both logical horses here.
Yep.
The other one. The 2's the other one I was interested in. Now that they're not going down the hill.
Bran?
Yes. Almost forgot about Bran. But you're not going to, it's Sadler and JJ, you're not going to get a price there. That horse is 5-2 on the morning line. But it's going to be interesting because a lot of these horses were expecting to run down the hill. I want to see how that changes. Interested to see how that changes the strategy. I mean, the 8's not bad either. You know, I think the 10 probably wants longer. It probably should not be 15-1 for Mullins with Barrios aboard.
Mullins has been cold.
I mean, that's reflected. I mean, this horse was hot last year around this time. And since running the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, really has not come back well, but this is second off the layoff. And stretching back out. Well, maybe a little, not a huge stretch out, but.
Hey, folks, just a friendly reminder to hit the like button. We haven't even asked for it once, and we've been on for quite a while. So hit the like button. We're coming down here on the last. Rory is asking the GSR on Skinner. Can you give him that real quick?
Yes. GSR on the Skinner is 80, but the track is wet, and that's not indicated up here right now. So Skinner's wet GSR is 77. Still good. Again, by Curlin. Curlin's run well when there's moisture in the track, so I'm not surprised by that. You know, your downside is you get Mike Smith.
and John Sheriffs.
Yes.
You give any credence to Balnikoff in the next?
I was thinking about that. I remember that horse being a hot horse a while ago. You know, that Del Mar Mile was not great. The Ed Reed was pretty good. I think the question really is there the pace to run into for this horse? And maybe the answer is yes.
All right. I'm going to do a 7-1 double. I mean, sorry, 4-1 double. And just for some, we'll give Skinner a little love to that. Just Balnikoff. Not going crazy. But you could take your normal numbers here and kind of see what you can figure out.
Yeah, I mean, I could play 7-2-1 here to the one in the next, and I'm sure that double pays pretty well.
7-1. 7-1 and you need 80 to 1 right now.
Yeah.
If you like National Treasure. Is that your top pick here, National Treasure?
No, Defunded's my top pick. Actually, I'm going to go back on that. Senior Buscador is my number one pick here.
All right. Well, you got 151, so 75 to 1 on Senior. 70 plus or 127 for Deuce, so 60 something to 1 on the Defunded to Balnikoff. And then I'm a Gambler, 7 to 1's paying 80 to 1.
Yeah.
I mean, those are all barely good because that horse could get hammered in the next for all we know.
It's true. We're nearing the gate here.
Oh, I missed your Defunded. I got to get that one down. 2-1.
Track is currently rated still at wet fast. Turf is rated as good.
Good. Good enough. Yes, Charles. Race 9's on the turf, but they're not going down the hill. They're going down the chute. So it's a true one-turn race. No crossover. No.
I'm sure there was a safety issue with the horses potentially slipping going down the hill.
Yeah, ask Lafitte Pinkai III's dad about that.
So Lafitte Pinkai II?
Yeah. He had a really bad spill there, pretty much ended his career.
And we are in the gate. It's post time.
And they're off in the awesome again. Slow down, Andy. Very smooth out of the gate. And Stiletto Boy has some speed coming away in second. Celestial Moon now takes that second spot with a lap to go, and Defunded is down at the rail. National Treasure is 4 lengths off the lead. Bye Bye Bobby just inside of him. Then it's Paroli and a gap of 4 to the 2 trailers. Senor Buscador and Skinner is at the back of the field. 7 furlongs to run, and Slow Down Andy gets an easy lead of a length and a half. Celestial Moon is in second, Defunded at the rail in third. National Treasure 3.5 off the pace in fourth, and Stiletto Boy 3 deep. Another 2 back to Paroli, who's followed by Bye Bye Bobby. A gap of 4 to Senor Buscador. and Skinner continues to trail. Down the backstretch in the Awesome again. And it's Mario Gutierrez and Slow Down Andy cruising along in hand by 2. Celestial Moon is in second, Defunded, the Preakness winner, National Treasure, trying to make his bid now at the yellow cap. Now moving up on the outside to take second, heading to the far turn. Stiletto Boy is 5th, 4 lengths off the lead. Paroli is called on at this stage. It's another 3 lengths back. At the rail, Bye Bye Bobby is losing some ground. Senor Buscador and Skinner. They have a quarter of a mile to go. Slow Down Andy, Defunded, and National Treasure well clear of the rest. And Slow Down Andy digs in, has a 2-length lead. Now it's 3 with a furlong left to go. Defunded is trying to get to him in second. Then National Treasure, Senor Buscador in the middle of the racetrack. Slow Down Andy by 2 over Defunded. It pays to be Calbred. Slow Down Andy on his way to the Breeders' Cup Classic with a wire-to-wire win in the Awesome again. Defunded, Senor Buscador. Skinner was on the scene battling for a minor reward with National Treasure.
So,
Senor Buscador. No, I'm kidding. Slow Down Andy, gate to wire.
yep.
You know,
Number 3,
I don't
Slow Down Andy
understand
was first.
why
2
nobody went
Defunded
with the
second,
horse.
1 Senor Buscador
I mean, the
third,
splits were hot.
7 National Treasure
Mhm.
4th, the number 4
But-
Skinner finished 5th. 3, 2, 1, 7, 4.
You know, that makes no sense to me as to why they just let that horse go on the front end.
Yeah.
It's twice today where I've had to say that. And I was one step away from calling that horse crap.
Yeah.
Like I did
Yeah.
on Oaks Day.
I know Brad cashed. So good one, Brad. We talked about that last night.
Yeah, I mean,
just that.
Brad H said exactly what I'm thinking. So 5 minutes to Golden Gate.
5 minutes to the red light.
Brad, my answer would be National Treasure, Defunded, and Stiletto Boy all were capable of keeping up with him at the start. And Stiletto Boy beat him for the lead at in the Pacific Classic. All right, so Matt likes the 4, 1, and 6 here. Does not like the favorite, the 3. Let's take a look at Golden Gate Fields race 7. The 1 and the 3, you have the synthetic angle here that I keep mentioning. I probably am just going to play a 1-3 exacta here and just keep it simple. Thoughts?
I'm looking at a pick 3 here. I give some look to the 5. You like the 1-3?
1-3.
So then it really comes down to the next leg for me.
I'm going to go ahead and use this time to get my my golden hour in, and then we can work on your golden hour. So you can make some decisions there. How never fails that I misclick, and then I'm like, why doesn't the money match?
Don't you hate that?
Well, better than when I key the wrong horses, which I also did here. And I gotta fix. It's 2479, right? Yep. And I'm gonna add the one that we've been talking about. Okay, hold on. 4, 6, 7 is 3. No, I did have the one. Okay. See, I'm confusing myself. 2479. Okay, now I have it right. All right, golden hour going in. For those of you in the WhatsApp chat, I'll also go into the Facebook chat. I'll try to send them simultaneously. Golden hour, always our favorite bet. Low takeout.
You were who here? The 1 and the 2?
The 1 and the 3.
Oh, the 2 favorites.
They weren't at the time I punched it, but
All right, I took a shot with the 5 here.
all right. All right, Golden Gate Fields. Let's get the player up.
It's official. The 9th race, the Grade 2 Eddie D Stakes, will be run out of the chute and not down the hill.
Which is still better than the way they originally announced it, which was that race was going to be off.
Mm-hmm. What's funny is the Eddie never ran down the chute. They didn't have a chute then. Thanks, folks, for sticking around. Yeah. Hey, if you're still here, hit the like button. We like that.
And don't forget to sign up for the. I'll put the banner up here, but don't forget to sign up for the training classes or the coaching classes. Training classes. We're not training horses here. And I've talked about this before. Scotty does one. Scotty does Thursday at 1 Eastern, I believe it is. Justin does Wednesday at 1 Eastern. I do Thursday at 7 or 8 Eastern. I'm sorry, 7 my time. And Chris does Fridays at 8 Eastern. Is that right?
Friday night, 8 o'clock. Yes, you are correct.
And we also have a Spanish language one as well. And let me see if I can pull up the time of that one real fast here for everybody.
Crystal Proof to the inside post, coming up to the gate. Majestic Oops.
Coaching class calendar. Alfredo from Hippica, who we've had on as a guest. He does the Spanish language classes. Do not see it currently on the calendar, but I believe it's there may be a separate calendar for it. But there is a Spanish language class with Alfredo.
Turalura takes her spot in the
Going
gate.
in the gate here.
Swift Nani, post 5. 2 back. Charlotte Harbor. And to round out the field, Morning Addiction. We're ready to go.
We are ready to go.
And we're off. Turalura wins the start out alertly, but isn't quick enough to go to the front. Morning Addiction is, though, and she strides clear. Morning Addiction, the leader, 3 parts of a length from Turalura. Crystal Proof off of them in the 3rd position, along with Majestic Oops and a deep Swift Nani. Charlotte Harbor is the early trailer, 5 lengths off the loose leader, Morning Addiction. They've handed her an easy lead today. Let's see if the others will pay for it. We're going to find out in about 30 seconds, but Morning Addiction opens up the lead to 3 into the far turn run. Very speedy. First off the claim for Bill McLean here. In the 2nd spot, Turalura, Crystal Proof, and now Morning Addiction. I don't know what happened there. She just stopped running. I don't know if she spooked. I didn't see it in the binoculars. I was in the middle of the field there, but she's dropped to the back of the pack. That was very bizarre as they come off the turn here. So after that incident here, we've got 2 runners battling on the lead, Turalura and Crystal Proof. Swift Nani trying to pick them up. And look at Morning Addiction. She's coming back. Can she get there? She's going to try to split them. Here comes Morning Addiction off the inside. Morning Addiction. Morning Addiction in the photo finish with Majestic Oops. That was unbelievable.
You want to call that one?
Photo finish, I won't call
I
it.
couldn't get the 5 there,
Addiction,
man.
How much the best was she?
Couldn't get the
I don't
1
know if
either.
She won it, but she was in the
No, but
photo for the
I had
win.
the 5. The 5 was fine. I was 5, 2, 6, 7, 8 to the 6 there. All right.
All right, hold on 1 sec here.
14 minutes, Santa Anita.
Plenty of time. Let's maybe look at where you want to go for the golden hour. Next.
You go first.
Number 3.
I already showed
Morning
mine.
Addiction was first.
Did you?
Yeah.
2nd, number 2, Majestic Oops. 3rd, number 5.
I'm about to put mine on the
Swift
crawl as well.
4th goes to number 4, Turalura. 3, 2, 5, 4, your top 4 in race 7.
2, 6, 7. Let's just make sure we have the space right. Mine is on the crawl right now. All right, let's talk about yours. Again, that one's mine. Are you ready to discuss yours? I mean,
Yeah, I'm ready.
pretty much at that time.
You ready?
Budget me.
$32.
$32. I'm sure we're going to have to clear this. All right. Tell me what you got. You got 7.
7.
You're singling the 7 here?
Yep. 2, 6, 7, 9 in the next.
2, 6, 7, 9. All right.
And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
And the 1 and the 4.
And the 1 and the 4. Help if I could click on the right symbol here. There we go.
I'm going to try and beat that 6 and 7.
So it has it at $40?
32 it should be. 7, 2,
2, 6, 7, 9.
7, 9. 4, 7, 8, 9.
4,
1,
7, 8, 9. That's There you go. No, it's correct.
Well, we got what?
We got time.
5 hours to shot 10.
Yeah, I will be sleeping by then.
You want to come back at 1 a.m.?
No, not until we get international races on the platform.
Shot 10 is nuts, man. That place is so cool. They can take so much water. They're so self-sustaining. Just nuts.
You know, we got a big day of football tomorrow. You got the mandatory payout at Churchill.
Yeah,
And
Churchill could be a good card tomorrow. I don't think
I haven't looked yet, and I haven't checked the weather either.
I don't know if they have weather issues or not.
And I'm typing yours into the crawl as well. So if you give me a second here, we will get all of this up for everybody. I was going to tell a story about a fantasy football story about this league too. So before I became the commissioner of this league, one of the other guys who's still playing was, and he had been commissioner since 2003, and his boss was one of the guys playing in the league. And I made a trade for Antonio Brown, a similar trade to this, where I traded multiple players for one player in theory who was better but wasn't playing well at the time. And ironically, the voiding of the trade was better for me than had the trade gone through. But the guy who it was his boss threatened to fire him if he didn't void the trade. And I'm serious. And he is no longer there.
Mm-hmm.
And he no longer, my buddy who that happened to no longer works there. Either it was like his VP, it was his boss's boss.
Oh, the grand boss. You always love that.
Yeah. And he was one of those guys who typically a mid-pack player, and he had a chance to win that year. Brad, sometimes it's just the way people are wired. And it's not the first trade-related drama that's been in that's why there aren't a lot of trades in this league anymore, is a lot of people just have PTSD from the trade-related drama and people accusing people and things like that. And Brad, did you hang on last week? That was a wild game you had. Yeah. Dave, exactly. I said he needed the lead as well. I didn't think he was going to get it, but was able to win the break, and nobody went with him. Like I said, that was a crazy game. So, I assumed, and you'll remember me making a comment in the chat about Brad having himself a day in fantasy football. He almost lost because the guy he was playing also had himself a day. And as Brad mentions, if Williams scores from the 3-yard line from the Rams in the last minute instead of, Brad loses. That's how close it ended up being. Don't feel sorry for Brad. Don't feel sorry for Jeff.
That's funny. All right, you're live in your pick 5 here, right?
No. We are dead leg 2. So we have the golden hour, and that's it. That's live right now. Didn't play one at Golden Gate, so
that's going to come pretty quick.
The long shot in the last race. Okay. The long shot was the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Rory. You'll see, hopefully everybody the crawl's okay there. I think there's another way I could have done the crawl without the animation. But with the amount of stuff we have down there, you'll see mine and Chris's tickets both there. Got to get some booms going, get some energy going for the golden hour.
Balnikov was such a highly regarded horse that it hasn't seemed to work out.
But is it that Balnikov hasn't worked out, or is it, been facing grade 1 and grade 2 horses.
Mm-hmm.
Last time this horse ran into grade 3, it won.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and has 0 speed.
Yeah, none. None.
Yep. And, I do think Bram's a little interesting. He's a grade 2 true sprinter. Maybe, I just don't know what to make of Balnikov going 6.5.
Yeah. You and me both, brother.
If it was down the hill and it was dawdle sprint, and Balnikov wasn't that far back, the explosion and the late kick might be enough there. I just don't know here. And the other thing we haven't really talked about is, wet turf form too.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, there is, and that one's hard to find.
Yeah. Well, year 7 we know because it came over from Europe, and we have evidence of it winning on good soft, good to firm. So, we know that horse for sure. But the rest of these, we have no clue. I'm looking through here.
The 4-horse won on a good turf 3-back, says Rory.
Yeah, it's Anita.
Tomorrow's 9th at Bill. Yeah, we're a long way from getting there, but
we're going to have time after, because after this race we have almost 10 minutes to Golden Gate.
Mm-hmm.
We can take a look at that stuff today, for sure. And anything else people want to look at, just because we have the time in between the races here. Let's take a look at, as Scotty would say, let's take a look at the horses on the track.
All right, let's do that. If you're going to show them, or you're going to, there we go.
There we go. I had to make sure the audio was off on
owned by Horonis Racing, trained by
on Golden Gate.
Hernandez. Number 3 is Sumter, owned by Perry Bass II and Ramona Bass. He's trained by Richard Mandela and ridden by Umberto Rispoli. 4 is Mas Rapido, owned by Schroeder Farms, trained by Bob Hess Jr. with Edwin Maldonado. 5, Noble Reflection, owned by Wen and Tran, trained by George Papapadromo with Mario Gutierrez.
I feel like we've seen a lot less Mario Gutierrez and a lot less Edwin
racehorse trained by Richard
the last
Mandela,
6 months.
Yep. Well, you get a lot of guys there.
7 is
Where I haven't seen them running anywhere.
In Rancho Temescal. trained by Mark Glatt with Antonio Fresu.
Victor as well.
8 Unconquerable
Victor is selected
Kings,
what he
owned
rides.
by CYBT, Aldaba, and Netway.
Is that American Pharaoh
Trained
money?
by Phil D'Amato. The rider is Joe Bravo.
Well, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to go down again.
9
man.
Ajis
Yeah.
is owned by Great Friends
they
Stable and Davis.
rely on
trained
a
by
lot of
Doug
the,
O'Neill, Thiago Pereira.
the bet reports.
10 Paxawallop is owned by
Charles
Red
says soft
Baron,
turf
Rancho
equals
Temescal.
polytrack breeding.
Jeff Mullins, the conditioner.
Polytrack.
Hector
Who
Berrios,
runs
the
on
pilot.
polytrack?
He's saying
And
the
number 11
breeding
is
for
Radical
polytrack
Right, owned by Kegel,
plays
Kegel,
on
Kegel.
soft turf.
Trained
Yeah,
by
he's
Peter
talking
Miller
about
with Diego Herrera.
Correct.
That's the field.
I
for
like the
Grade
7
2
there.
Eddie D. They will run the 6.5 furlongs about distance out of the chute, and they're heading that way right now.
The turf
Heading to
shoot.
the tree.
Owner Billy Koch, Little Red Feather Racing, with their partnership here, Balnikoff in the Eddie D Stakes. I guess a lot of audibles had to be called here, originally down the hillside, which runs more
Is this
like
the
a
former
mile, now
Dodgers
like
and
a chute.
Toronto
What does
Blue
that
Jays
change
pitcher?
as far as the battle plan is concerned?
Yeah, it
Let's
does
see what he
change
has
the
to
battle
say.
plan. I mean, the whole point was we wanted to try the hill. As you said, a lot of milers really love coming down the hill. Unfortunately, it rained a little bit today, so for safety reasons, they took it off. Yeah, they're going to run away from him early, and hopefully Gio can get a nice trip and come through on the rail, save some ground. This horse doesn't mind weaving through horses like he did in that Keeneland race, so he's got a shot.
Ideally, I realize the horse takes back, but do you almost feel like you got to be a little more forwardly placed?
You know, we've tried that before with this horse.
Greg
It just
likes
doesn't
the
work. You
1-5
let
here.
this horse do what he wants to do. Let him get comfortable and let him come with that big run, that big turn of foot that he possesses. And if they go quick early, he's got a chance to get him late. But it's an experiment. He doesn't love Santa Anita. That's why we were kind of hoping for the hill, but we'll see what happens.
All right, Billy, we appreciate the time. Good luck in the race.
Thank you.
He's not selling me on the one horse.
That's a lot of confidence there. I would bet the farm on the 1, right?
Yeah. That makes me think either he's trying to keep the horse from getting bet down because he's betting a lot of money on it, or he really truly believes that the horse doesn't love Santa Anita.
Well, it's a mile horse race, right? It's always
Yeah.
going to take money. They tend to bet their horses when, you can't blame them for doing that. But
yeah,
I give it a look. I mean, the 10's pretty. It looks like my gray. Is that the only gray in the field?
I'm not sure yet. I've not seen another gray.
Paxawallop, Jeff Mullins, Hector Berrios, Creative
Yep.
Cause.
That was the horse I was talking about.
Don't have it anywhere, so
Wouldn't play show.
no.
I'm just letting it go anyways.
Yeah. You got to let them go at some point, right?
Yeah, can't cover them all.
If you look at Hong Kong racing, you'll definitely not be able to cover them all.
There was a race that I want to say was this morning. Was it at Newmarket? Something like that. There were 36 horses in the race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of our friends in the chat might have gone all there.
Flat shoot here, and I like 3 horses in here. Brand certainly being one of them. I think the race sets up really well for him. He had a prep which no doubtedly was a bit too short for him last time out. Now with that race under his belt, he should be able to move forward, and he had a super work coming into this race.
The horses wear belts.
7, I'm a Gambler.
Do they wear belts?
Since he's come over to this country, he's
And he doesn't want his horse pants to fall down.
Might not appear it on paper, but he actually moved forward
Where's the
from
bridle?
that race in the Wicker to the Del Mar Mile, and I see him taking
Where's the
one
girth
more step
strap?
forward again. I know
I
the
guess that
bowler
could be a belt.
likes him. He was a little fractious last time. That's a behavior.
It's the
that we
horse's
showed
Spanx.
overseas, but it's the first time he showed it over here, and I haven't seen anything quite yet from him. One last quick note on the number 6, Lane Away. He is a horse for course. He's a stalker. I think, again, this is the type of race that will
He's a
set up nicely
stalker.
for him with the trip that he
That's
should get
resounding.
underneath Mike.
So
luck
what she's saying
The
is
Eddie D Stakes,
the
Grade
horse
2,
on the
named
lead
after
needs
one
to
of
get
my
a restraining
favorite
order.
jockeys in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
You're not allowed within 5 feet of me.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a
It's
stalker.
post time for the Grade 2 Eddie D.
I'm trying to think of like the emoji you'd have up for that, right? Kind of look like the old neighborhood watch.
Binoculars, maybe.
Thief, yeah. All right. Well, can Mark Glatt win another one?
Sumter going in. Here's Mas Rapido. Geez.
Can he say he's glad to meet you?
Who
Well, that was
knows?
terrible. I admit it, but
Noble Reflection. Paxawallop. I'm a Gambler second to last. And Radical Right will complete the lineup for the Eddie D. Course name for the legendary Eddie Delahousse. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Eddie D.
There's the one way in the
Noble
back.
Reflection
Yep.
is out very alertly. Paxawallop is up close in the early going. On the far outside,
That's
Radical
great.
Right in the orange colors is up and on the pace too.
Too bad.
Just behind them, Lane Way and I'm a Gambler right together. And inside of them comes
I'm going to say
Brand in
no
the
to
green colors.
Blitnikoff
He is
on this
followed
one.
by Mas Rapido. Unconquerable Keen is between horses. Geez outside of them. Then it's Sumter, who's well off the pace today, and a distance to Balnikov. Less than a half mile to travel, and it's Noble Reflection carving out the fractions, bounding along with a 2-length lead. Laneway, Radical Right,
Your
right
7 needs
together.
to get out.
Paxawallop 3
Yep.
deep, 3 lengths off the pace. Then Brand, I'm a Gambler between horses. Unconquerable Keen outside of them. Sumter is next. Mas Rapido is down on the inside. Geez. And Balnikov still
Lots of
far back
chances
there
here.
at the top of the stretch. Noble Reflection turns for home with a length lead over Laneway, who's bearing down in second. Brand is inside of him. Mas Rapido in the center of the race course. Unconquerable Keen is starting to close, and Sumter. Laneway takes the lead from Noble Reflection. Brand and I'm a Gambler, and it's Laneway to win the Eddie D.
Chalk.
Tight photo for second. Brand was finishing strongly outside Noble Reflection, and then
Yeah, I
I'm a
love
Gambler.
the chalk.
But moving on.
Moving on. Well, where do you want to go from here?
All right, we had a question about Woodbine. Where was that? Woodbine. The 9th at Woodbine tomorrow.
Number 6, Lane.
So let's look at that. That's today. 9th at Woodbine tomorrow. Non-graded stakes. 12 furlongs on the turf. None of these horses have gone 12 furlongs. 3-year-olds as well. Elysian Fields probably is going to be pretty cheap here, even though there's a giant GSR drop going from synthetic to turf. Disagree?
No, I don't.
I mean, I'd be shocked. I would not be surprised if that horse is sub 5-2. Let's see.
I think you could be right there for sure.
Who will? I mean, the 7 is fast, has, again, big GSR drop going synthetic to turf. But if this horse takes to turf, you know, his beaten 68 skate to wire, you know, this is the King's. Yeah, this is your King's Plate winner, Paramount Prince. You know, has shown, again, sometimes I talk about looking at the other tabs just for things like endurance breeding.
Yeah.
And looking to see if they're the top numbers. But, you know, you also have 17 horses in this field. So until these scratches come in, the win percentage is going to be pretty spread out.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
Let's look at the long shot. The long shot appears to want turf. Definitely ran better at 10 furlongs on the turf than he did at 10 furlongs in the synthetic. I don't think you can count the long shot out here.
No, I don't think so either. I think it definitely has a chance based upon those numbers.
Yeah. Question is he, this could be an AE too, the long shot, but, you know, from a GSR perspective, the 14 and 15 and 13, so outside horses are your top GSRs.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 hasn't really shown much at shorter distances, but looks like wants to go longer. You know, the 10's a little interesting. Is a horse that seems to want the turf and is 20-1 on the morning line. 10's definitely one that I mean, I don't love Justin Stein on it, but the 10's somebody I'd be interested in here.
Yeah. I can see that for sure. You could plant your flag there on the 10.
Yeah. And if this comes off as well, you know, I'm sure it's going to get hammered, but that 7 horse, who's your King's Plate winner, you know, is going to be very dangerous there. And it's probably your likely winner.
They're far outside. San Lorenzo Pegasus flies late. It's very close. TF1 special. Just.
But yeah, I don't have any. I mean, my strongest feeling is, what horse was that? Was the 10 horse. You know, I don't like the 9. I mean, the 6 is okay. Going from 10 to 12 furlongs is losing, you know, 10, 15, 17 points in GSR. But
That's a lot.
6, yeah. But, you know, we know this horse can get 10 furlongs. There's a lot of horses here we don't know that can get 10 furlongs. And we
What
know
about
the horse
9
likes the
Golden Gate?
race 9. Yeah, we're a minute to Golden Gate. Okay.
The 10th race is the Grade 2 City of Hope Mile.
Wait, can we just watch? No, they're not showing it on the San Anita feed yet.
On sure. I think it's very, very, very best race from Anita. Again, it's not effectively on grass.
All right, so
I think I'm perfectly probably maybe I'm wrong. 11-1.
So I was 4-6-7 here.
And he's a hard-knocking horse.
And Matt is 6-4-7.
Against good company, but I'm going to try to beat him today off a 2.5-month freshening. I actually think this race is basically a prep for another race down the
road. No lower than 9, huh?
Handicap on November 4th on Tapeta. Post time for race 8, everybody. Best of luck.
The 9. Let's see what you liked about the 9. I'm doing this off screen since we're at post time. Now, for me, the 9 looks like a synthetic horse. It's a real horse, but it wants to run on synthetic.
It's a synthetic horse, huh? All right. We haven't
that's next level cheating.
Yeah, that is next level cheating.
Now, if somebody had a video of Baffert using a synthetic horse, that would be something.
That would be something. No doubt about that. Who are you here? Who are your top picks here?
4-6-7.
4, 6, 7. Top 3 choices.
And
Yeah.
the red light is now flashing on the starting gate.
Oh, the red light's flashing.
Fields, the runners have made their way towards the gate for race 8.
Now, Rory, we'll look at some mandatory for Churchill tomorrow. Workouts usually come out late at night. We don't have them right now, but we'll take a look.
Yeah, I'm pulling that up right now. I'll start doing some exercises on this. Got a turf race. Got a 2-year-old maiden special weight.
Starting gate, the first one to load in.
And I feel like at this point you have to know who the Brad Cox horses are in those races, like
Royal and
you do who the Bafferts are in the Santa Anita races.
Yeah.
Silent Poet.
So you actually have 2 Brad Coxes in that maiden special weight.
A grade 1 winner himself.
A first-time starter and a second.
And a multiple grade 2 winner up in Canada as well. Speaking of Southern California, we welcome in our friends at Santa Anita Park. It's been a great day for you. Happy to have you back, everybody, for these golden hour bets. Royal and Rando is loaded, as has Silent Poet. Lamas, the grade 3 Berkeley winner. First career win on turf, came last time out, making his second start off a layoff here. America Great goes in. And 2 more runners to complete the line. I'm going to be somebody will be the last one to step in. American Farmer loads to the outside. So we wait on I'm going to be somebody. Good horse here from the Bill McLean barn. Has won quite a few stakes up here in the Bay Area. We'll have to turn the tables on Lamas, though. Coming off a runner-up finish to him. He's in the game. We're ready to go. That's the 9 American Farmer. Was a little fractious in there, and then Royal and Rando also was a little bit rambunctious. Now they're settling down. And Lara.
I thought the 4 had a chance to go gate to wire.
He bounced into the bridle nicely, takes command from Lamas, taking back. I'm going to be somebody, strides in second. America Great third. Lamas in the 4th spot with Kerry Gold. Then comes Tesoro. He's back towards the back. Royal and Rando passing him now to be 3rd last. And American Farmer is the early trailer into the clubhouse turn. Silent Poet coming out of sprint races leads the way a length and a half. I'm going to be somebody on a snug hold and a good gallop second. He's alongside of America Great, who's advanced quite a few positions to be a joint second. Kerry Golden 4th on the fence. Lamas 5th. He's 4 behind, a length to Royal and Rando, another length to Tesoro.
Pretty ordinary pace for a mile.
Stretch run. Silent Poet setting a pretty slow pace here, really. 24-1 that first quarter. So yes, pretty leisurely clip here set by Silent Poet, who leads the way as they start to pack up. Silent Poet a length and a half in front. America Great sticks his neck out to be second. I'm going to be somebody. Finds himself between horses now. Kerry Gold down at the rail. Royal and Rando is making an early move into 3rd. Passing I'm going to be somebody. And Lamas is next. There goes Lamas on the outside launching a rally. A joint 4th.
Is that Lorenzo Lamas?
Move up to challenge the leaders.
Lamas, yeah, it looks like it.
Tesoro's trying to follow him. It's Lamas, the horse who catches.
Even though it makes me think of the of Monty Python and the Holy Grail in the credits where they kept talking about the llamas.
And Silent Poet's coming right back at Lamas and Silent Poet. His class is on full display today. He's turning away Lamas, and it's the grade 1 winner, Silent Poet, streaking to the line.
I don't know how we got 7-2 on a grade 1 winner there.
That is hard to believe.
At a big number ran 450-1, and then American Farmer.
Boom! Finally.
Mm-hmm.
Grade 1 winner who was only pace, only speed. I mean. Let's see if I still have that up here. Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, was a square. Also, this is one of the things I noticed. 11 wins out of here was also, I believe, top SOR, top pace. I don't know why the picks didn't like it, and top GSR. Again, I explain this in my classes to people, but if the algorithms knew about each other, you'd get skewed results. That's it.
Yep. All right. You want to hit Charlestown for just a second?
Famous last words. Once you hit Charlestown, I don't feel like you ever leave. What do you see at Charlestown?
5 is the top pick.
On top pace.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 dark hedges. Your second choice definitely needs the lead. I see that for sure. And the 1 is your second pick and third win percentage. And also appears to need the lead. So is there anybody here? I mean, the 6 is your morning line favorite and not getting bet.
Correct.
Is there anybody who can kind of rate here? Maybe the 8? Oh, so if this goes fast, the 8 could be dangerous here. Maybe a 5-8. I don't know. 6 is 3 of 6 at the distance. Two.
5, 6, 8.
And with the 6, yeah, 5, 6, 8, yeah, why not? Five, 6, 8. At Chucktown, are they close to the gate here right now? They are not, but they're at least on the track.
Charles is saying 1, 3, 5, 4, 6 at Chucktown. Chucktown.
Chucktown. As Chuck would say, giddy up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so while we're waiting for Chucktown, do we want to talk? I mean, really, the talk should be finding a single at Churchill tomorrow. And then organizing your ticket around the single.
We also got Remington race 2 going off.
You can't pass up on Remington, can you?
Let's see, where are they at?
I don't see it on my. Oh,
They're
it's
in the
at
gate.
0 minutes to post.
Yeah, they're in the gate. Not going to get anything in there.
I mean, the 2 Noble Honor would be what I would be playing there. But that's going to go off where we can watch that in the meantime. The 2 Noble Honor on the lead, the 4 is in second. All right, I'll stop calling it so I don't ruin it for you, but.
I didn't bet it. I'm watching it, but.
Yeah. Well, 2 did not win. And my race isn't over, but I'm telling you the 2 didn't win.
Who won?
If I were to have to guess right now, it's going to be the 6.
That'd be the favorite. Broberg.
Yep. It looks like the 1 is going to finish second. So it's going to go 6-1, the 2 favorites. I didn't. Yeah, that's Happy Boy Rocket. I want to say that that horse a year ago was running at much bigger tracks. Looks like even in the fall or the spring, I mean.
All right. Well, I guess we can look at a golden hour double here.
Double hour golden. All right. Fernando Lamas. All right, so we were vastly different in the last leg.
Yeah.
So you're 4, 7, 8, 9 to the 1, 4, and I'm 2, 4, 7, 9. I'm just looking at the prices right now. I mean, all the money, not surprisingly, is going on Hong Kong Harry.
Yep. So you got to beat Harry. Who are you going to beat him with? I'm gonna end up with this with a short ticket, and I'll single the 6 in the next at Golden Gate. But who are your 2 to beat Hong Kong Harry?
I mean, I like the 2.
I do too. I like the 9 and the 2.
I don't love the 9. I'm gonna tell you, I don't love the 9. I mean, granted, almost won the Shoemaker, not the Schumacher mile, but
Mhm.
you know, so why is this 7? I mean, maybe this is the 7 instead of the 7 in the last, and Sadler and Barrios do pretty well together. Yeah, 24%.
They do.
But
So
you
it's
know,
like, which one am I going to drop, the 2 or the 9? And when I look at this, I'm probably going to drop the 2.
even though the 2's at 13 to 1, 12 to 1 now, and the 9's at 9 to 1.
Mm-hmm. Because I just don't think the 2 is going to get there. It's Victor again. It's Ron Ellis. I mean, it could happen. Yeah, I'm getting rid of the 2. I'm going to go 7-9 to the 6.
I mean, I definitely don't like the effort last time out, but it's third off the layoff on the 2.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's still Victor.
Yep. And I'm 6-7, and you're 1-4 here.
Yeah, well, my pick Golden Hour is done.
Or you were. 6-5 finish at Chucktown.
All right, sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 races left. Running a little late tonight, but we'll continue on.
And 6-5 at Chucktown was 2 to 1 over 5 to 1.
Not bad.
The exacta for Buck paid 23.20. Not bad. I'll take that. Because I played 5, 6, 8 there, so should have played it bigger, but it's all good. All right, we're getting close. We're 5 minutes here. You were working on a golden hour double. What have you got for us?
Scotty's in 4th. He's about $4,000 behind. Going into the last. It is the last, right? Race 10?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got another day tomorrow if he still has money left on his.
Yeah, he does.
So did you have a double?
Yeah, I already played it. 7-9-6.
7-9 to the 6. So you just, that would be 50. No, it's $10. Right? So
$5 minimum.
you said 7-9 to the 6.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Thank you for hanging out with us today, everybody.
4-6 for $5 is paying $23. The 7-6 is the second choice at 33. 9-6 is paying 83. Win play showing the 5. Brad is saying, yeah, Brad, 2-day contest. Sorry. They got to go through tomorrow as well. Charles likes the 5. Praise you. Trackmaster top pick. 5-6 is paying $68. Once you get past that, big balloons. Demano in the 10th, easy money. That's Hong Kong carry.
Yeah. I don't know if it's easy money, but it's money.
It's money, yeah.
Oh, let's turn the sound down in here.
You know, since he's been on the turf, other than his last race, he's never run off the board. So, you know, I think he was a little dehydrated down there. It was a little humid. And I really don't have any excuse other than that last time, but it was very disappointing.
It's fair to say that you took your time getting this one before going into the graded stakes company. Do you think when you do that, in many cases, it ended up helping them in the long run?
Yeah, well, I think so. You know, we took some time getting him, and then he
well,
ran
not in
third
this
in the
case.
Del Mar Derby and had a little bit of trouble in that race. And you know, we thought probably was a good horse. He had a couple minor issues that we addressed, and
minor issues we addressed.
Playoff going 5/8 of a mile, which he doesn't want any part of 5/8 of a mile. So we were very encouraged going in the last race, but like I said, he just kind of threw in a clunker. Hopefully, he rebounds here.
Ron, we appreciate the time. Good luck in the race.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
I'd be pretty happy if he rebounds here.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
I can get behind some Hong Kong carry.
Beautiful horse.
He is. I always think of Hong Kong filly when I think of this horse.
I was thinking the same thing.
Scatman Carruthers. Karate horse. He's down to 4-5 now. The money's rolling in.
Oh, back to 1-1.
What does he cross the wire at?
2-5. Is he the only graded stakes winner in this
We're getting
field?
ready for the Grade 2 City of Hope Mile, and all respect for Hong Kong Harry, who's
I'm going to look
his
for that.
4th graded stakes win since arriving in this country. He's trained well. I saw him schooling yesterday, and he had his rear end higher than his head. Let's put it that way. He was feeling really good schooling. The number 7 in here, Twist. I think he offers a little bit of value in here with the favorite for John Sadler. He's going to be.
The question is, could he win at Monkstead?
6-year-old gelding. I have loved the way he's trained for this particular.
Can he
race.
win with
He
a
looked
wet
good coming over as
surfboard?
well on the warm up there underneath Hector Berrios.
So,
and finally,
won
I'm
the.
going to touch on Iridio because he's been a pretty
Right, so
consistent horse.
he's the
his
graded
entire
stakes
career
winner.
for Marcelo Polanco. He has been on the
No.
boil for about 17, 18 months. And
No.
by that, I mean consistently run without a major break, but he just keeps showing
The
up
two's
in
won
his
non-graded
races. Dirt
stakes.
doesn't do him justice for his workouts in the morning. He works much better when we've seen him work, for example, on the turf course at Del Mar.
No.
I think he's another one that's going to run a very consistent race in the City of Hope. Good luck
So-
in the nightcap.
Yes. The 4
It's post time for the
is
Grade
the only
2
graded
City
stakes
of
winner
Hope
in this
Mile.
race.
They're moving in.
Mm-hmm.
So I stand by my 1-5 or 2-5 estimation.
Flavius goes in. Here's Hit the Road.
Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
No more, no more, no more.
Kafkin Peak coming up. Hong Kong Harry takes up his spot. They've loaded quickly. Irideo, the last one. They're in the gate. And they're off in the City of Hope Mile. A nice beginning for Hit the Road. War at Sea is up to take the early lead. Il Bellator has speed. And Astronomer is quicker than all of them. And Astronomer is able to clear off and open up a couple of lengths. War at Sea now second. Il Bellator racing in third. They are followed at the rail by Hong Kong Harry, who's 4 lengths off the early tempo. Hit the Road, snugly in hand, racing in between horses, and Flavius outside of that pair. They're followed by Twist, who's 5 lengths off the lead. Kafkin Peak seems a little bit eager, under a tight hold, and Irideo at the back of the field. They're onto the backstretch, and it's Antonio Fresu, an Astronomer, carving out the fractions a length and a half. War at Sea in second, Il Bellator inside of him. Hong Kong Harry is about 3 or 4 lengths off the lead with less than a half mile to go. Flavius is just outside of him, followed by Hit the Road. Twist inches up in the green silks, 5 lengths off the lead. A 3-wide Kafkin Peak and Irideo. Astronomer's been in charge throughout, has a length and a half lead. War at Sea is now called on, fully extended. Hong Kong Harry cruising up to them third, saving ground as well with the white blinkers there at the top of the stretch. And Hong Kong Harry tips out to try and get Astronomer, who's still strong on the front end. Astronomer, Hong Kong Harry is bearing down in second. And here's Twist joining the party third. Outside, Hit the Road is firing a big shot. Hong Kong Harry takes the lead under a hand ride close to home. And Hong Kong Harry fires fresh to win the City of Hope Mile. Astronomer ran a big race in second. Behind them, it was a battle between Twist and Hit the Road, along with Kafkin Peak.
Charles, your win place show is still going to pay pretty well with that place and show. Yeah, 8-1, not where it was last time I looked, though.
Hong Kong Fooey, you got him at even money.
Yeah, when I think Hong Kong Fooey, I also think of Grape Ape.
Who?
It's a photo finish.
Grape Ape.
Okay.
And maybe McGilla Gorilla, too. They were all part of the USA Network Cartoon Express.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Everybody happy with the 4 there.
Yeah. So the golden hour is not going to pay much.
No. Nothing's going to pay much.
And again, and I don't know if you heard the call, but 1 under a hand ride. Even though, just 1, but never actually took the whip out.
Now, clearly they're pointing for greater pastures here.
Yeah. I'm sure they're going to take another grade 1 shot here.
Oh, yeah.
In the near future.
For certain. Okay. All right. Well, we got, 6 minutes to Golden Gate?
We do have 6 minutes to
we got 3 minutes to Lone Star.
All right. What do we got going on at Lone Star?
Race 5. Track's on fire.
Trying to get it to load here.
Yeah,
there we go. 250-yard race.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like?
I don't know. Nobody has won at the distance before. The Ford is the long shot. Ran second and third. Ran 5 times.
Well, nobody has won period here.
Exactly. It's a maiden.
10's on the outside. 1 on the inside.
8 is the top pick.
And top pace.
Mm-hmm. Just by a few.
Yeah. I mean, the break is the concern on the 8 for me. I mean, if the long shot could break like he did last time out, this might be a group he could beat.
Yeah. The 6 too.
Yeah. I mean, for the people in the chat who don't know what we're talking about, we're looking at the broke field here. And again, I learned this from Chris, who I learned how to evaluate quarter horse races from. So
the 4 is getting bet a lot. I don't like that. I mean, the 6 is getting bet little. The 7, yeah. I mean, the 5 is another one to kind of take a peek at. 2% horse, third off, almost there at 220.
Yeah.
Was fractious. I mean, at the price, the 5 is probably the one to go with. This is not a great field.
It's not.
By any stretch. So taking short prices here doesn't always work. I'll take a flyer on the 5.
Okay. So, you know, I will say, I think on the 4, it was just a bad morning line.
These are a lot of bad morning lines here.
Yeah. But, you know, 9-2 is not bad on the 4.
No, it isn't. But still, you're getting bet down a lot there. You're taking a lot of money.
What about a 4-8 exacta box?
Sure. Anytime you're ruling out the favorite, you're going to get paid there on those. 410 right now on an exacta box is giving you 22 to 1, 410, and 10-4 is 16 to 1.
I'm going 4-8. I'm going top pace over long shot.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing crazy, just throwing $4 total on it. $2 base.
They are lining up. I've got the audio on, so just.
So I will keep my mouth shut and not tell you who won this time. I promise.
Yeah, well, it won't take too long.
$250 yard. What's the card at Los Al look like tonight?
Oh, I haven't even looked. Probably not good.
So you have thoroughbred. You got 2 thoroughbred races, it looks like, so that's not bad. And then the rest quarter horses. They're decent sized fields for Los Al. And maybe race 5 isn't, but I'm just clicking through. I'm not. Really doing anything. Well, so you have the Breeders' Derby. I'm assuming that's the Pacific Coast Quarter Horse Racing Association because it's the PCQHRA.
Mm-hmm.
Derby, it's 145. That's your feature today. 145K purse at Los Al.
I will be asleep when that runs.
Thought you were staying up to play Hong Kong.
No.
No?
No, but during the week, when they run during the week, you can get up East Coast wise at like 6 and catch the last few.
So you have 3 Derby trial winners here. I'm just looking at this race. What happened to this 10 horse here? Broke from the 1 hole. Maybe it didn't like the 1 hole. The 10 horse at 8-1, it was 7% in the last at Los Al. Is pretty interesting to me. Gets the outside post. Just missed in one of the Derby trials.
Now the riders had to hop off Darlin Boston. Looks
Darlin.
Like third riderless filly
Boston.
loaded here. Then George Mares Jr. will hop aboard. Darlin Boston moves in. Now Mares has to get aboard. He's climbing in.
Started going out.
They're in the gate.
They're in the gate.
All set. And
I blew the brake.
brilliant start for Finest Issue. To the inside, First Nice Star was out quickly. Good Friday Patroller. Freedom Rider on the far outside, rushing up with Lockhart.
I'm already done with the race. So.
Yeah.
And then a line of 4, including
10.
Toxica, Finest Issue, First Nice Star, and Good Friday Patrol.
Shut up.
Racing in third. They are followed at the rail by Hong Kong Harry, who's 4 lengths off the early.
Golden Gate.
Hit the
I know. Had to get the sound off at
2 to 5.
What's the 6? 2 to 5?
3-2. 3-2. 7's 3-1. Your 1 is 10-1.
The 6 is just going to crush here, right?
I mean, I think so.
First class is loaded to post position number 2.
6-7.
6-7 is what I.
Gazelle.
And the will pay on the 6 is sad, but or making me sad.
Don't Tell Heidi. Post 6. Still your big favorite.
Should have just singled Hong Kong Harry like I originally had planned.
And then after Tis a Tiger.
It's the same ticket was like 30-something bucks.
Tronier goes in. Tis a Tiger rounds out the field of 5. And we're ready to go in the finale. And Laroff. The quintet broke in a single file line. Don't Tell Heidi has the most speed along with Morrow First Class. These two get acquainted on the lead. Draw Near eases into the 3rd position down on the fence. On a bit of a hold here, the rider wants her to relax, and she's a length off this leader, Morrow First Class, who has...
One's absolutely being choked back there on the rail.
Now.
Yep.
Draw Near not far off. The rail's open for her, but she's 3rd, 3 parts of a length behind. Another length...
Rail's open, but she doesn't want to take it.
Kept on the outside.
No, still standing up in the irons. I don't understand what they're doing.
Into the turn. Don't Tell Heidi turning up the pressure right now. Sticks the head in front. Morrow First Class trying to come right back at her. Don't Tell Heidi going better than Morrow First Class around the turn. Draw Near 3rd trying to get outside now off the fence. In the 3 path she goes. She's 2 behind.
They have not even asked the 6.
Tis a Tiger drops to the back. Top of the stretch. Don't Tell Heidi it's her race to lose as she opens up the lead to 2. Madame Gazelle chasing in the 2nd position. Has to reel in. Don't Tell Heidi.
Maybe too casual of a ride here because he's going to get caught.
Madame Gazelle has run very well today in 2nd. Don't Tell Heidi still in front.
Nope, just hung on.
Madame Gazelle one last lunge. Don't Tell Heidi held on. Don't Tell Heidi over Madame Gazelle. Draw Near gets up for 3rd. And then Tis a Tiger and Morrow First Class in the finale at Golden Gate.
Well, not much you can do there. That there was a chalky sequence.
4-1.
As we close with 2 sub 1-1 horses.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, Oldy.
Yeah, mini boom, Alan. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out.
We'll be back next week.
Yep. Stay tuned. Same channel, but different bat time, probably.
Exactly. Thanks, guys. Hit the like button on the way out.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.